Alright, here we are again. Yeah, same, Cefico. My app, Twitch app on my phone always has early worm problems where I'll turn on the stream and I'll be like, okay, so obviously within like 30 seconds to a minute, it'll be ready to go, right? And no, it takes longer than that sometimes. So I feel you. Definitely feel you. We'll wait a few minutes. We'll watch the intro again because we always do. And then we'll get started at about 4:30. Yeah, still get big Melee vibes from that. I'm like almost certain that the person who did the soundtrack for, like the main soundtrack for Melee, took some inspiration from this, or this took inspiration from that, or they both took inspiration from each other, because I think they were both being worked on at very similar times. Melee came out in 2001, and this came out in, I think, late 2000 on the Dreamcast, so I wouldn't be shocked if they inspired each other. So, yeah, there's that Sheik moment again. Yep, big Sheik, Zelda and Sheik vibes from that. Oh boy. It's funny because this whole GameCube Projects thing started with me wanting to play Melee for the stream, and I just didn't know how to make it fun to watch. And we come full circle here because we get a Melee moment every time we boot up the last GameCube game I'm gonna play. That's just great. Well, anyway, we'll sit on the load screen for another minute or two, and then we'll go from there. Excuse me. Melee halftime show, yeah, something like that. Like, basically, the only way I could see me making Melee fun to watch, I think it would work better in, like, a YouTube video format, because a lot of the first 2.5 hours that I did for Melee, when I only did that one stream, was me just grinding out custom matches so that I could get Mewtwo. And see, here's the problem, right, is that it's grinding. So I don't want to watch that, and if I don't want to watch that, I don't want to stream it, because that means that nobody wants to watch that. And if I don't show the grinding, then I unlock characters anyway. So that's the problem. It's kind of a catch-22. You either have to show the grind and be boring, or you don't show the grind, but you also don't show the, well, I did challenge matches against these people and won. So I know there's multiple conditions for unlocking people in Melee, but I don't know. What if I accidentally win a match, Then I got to reset the whole file, which is like, So I just didn't know how to make it fun. I might eventually stream like a different Smash Brothers game, like Smash Ultimate or something, once I get a Switch and have better internet and I can actually play it online, where I can stream it with viewers or something. But break from the main attraction RPG, then do a few things in Melee. Yeah, I mean, I guess that could work. Maybe it just depends. So. Can show you idling for 20 plus hours instead as content. Yeah. I don't know about that one. I mean, it's an idea, but I don't know if I'd like that either. Other unlock is just leave the GameCube on all night. Yeah, exactly. Just get into a match with like infinite time or something and just leave it there and be like, okay, so we can start the Melee stream now because I left the game idling on a single custom match for 23 hours and 59 minutes, so now we just got to do a single match, and then we can unlock Mewtwo right away. I don't know, maybe I'll figure something out and do something with it before I'm done with the GameCube project. Maybe I'll come back to it, because I don't think it'll be a long stream. Once we get rid of those 20 hours, like, the rest of the unlocks are pretty, like, I don't want to say they're easy, because I'm bad at fighting games, especially Smash Brothers, but the rest of the unlocks, by comparison, are significantly less grindy. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll try to figure something out. I know a lot of people want me to move on to their game suggestions, which are the next games I'm going to be playing, but I don't know, maybe I'll figure something out. Alright, so, let's go. Back to the world. Back to the skies. Above, I don't even know, like, is this supposed to be like a cloud planet? Like, is there a landmass below the clouds? How does this planet even work? I don't know if they ever explain what's below the clouds. Probably a big ocean. Because, I mean, in order to get air currents like this and all that, you'd probably have to have a very large ocean down there. So, I suppose, maybe at one point in the history of the world, ships like this sailed in the seas, but maybe something happened and forced them into the air. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out later. I forget if this game does anything with that, but we'll see. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Skies of Arcadia Legends, the Stream Edition. Last time we began our adventure, and we took a Valuan ship from the Valuans, the Empire. And that wasn't a very smart idea, because they came back and blew up our home and took all of the menfolk to be slaves in Valua itself. So now we got to make it up there, and we don't really know exactly, precisely where that is just yet, but it's north of Shrine Island, so we probably got to go somewhere up here, if I had to guess. So we're going to try to go there in this little skiff and get totally trashed by the Valuan army, because this skiff is not going to be enough to get through their armored ships. We're going to need something stronger, so hopefully we can find a place that we can buy a ship or something later on. Hey, Lifeblood, how's it going? Welcome back. We just started. We're making our trip away from Pirate Isle to see if we can find a port town where we can get a bigger ship. That's the plan, anyway. I'm doing pretty good today, Sephico. Doing pretty good today. I am still riding the endorphin high from the workout that I did about 3 hours ago. It's very nice when they kick in, because they kick in about an hour and a half after you're done. It's just like, oh, my body feels very good now. So, a sky waterfall, yeah. The clouds have formed a very interesting formation here. It looks like water, but it's cloud cover. And it's full of monsters, as it turns out. So that's just great. We got a looper. Let's see if we can do anything about that guy. I think I'm going to try to go for more purple spells, because I think you unlock the second tier of ice spell next. I think it goes Crystalli and then, or not, I should say it this way. It's Crystalli and then Crystallis, like ES, for the tier 2 skill. So I think I might go for those and just see what happens. Do I want to try to hit the looper? I don't think it's going to happen. So I think we just get rid of the gas slings, honestly. That should work okay. And then I can deal with the rest later. Because these guys are weak and easy to kill, so let's kill them because they're weak and easy to kill. Yes, the feel-good brain chemicals after some pain, absolutely. I like it. Yeah, we're gonna need a bigger boat. You'd think we were hunting Jaws, but no, that's not really a thing. We might hunt Jaws later, but that might be a ship-based hunt of some kind, so... how do I want to do this from here? I could use Crystalli on the looper, but I don't think it'll work, because he only took 10 from Aka doing that before, so maybe not. I might just Alpha Storm the Maraca, because that should kill it, I think. It won't do anything to the looper, because he's, like, red immune. But, oh, it did a little bit to the looper. Okay, maybe he just has a lot of magic defense. That's fine. Oh, and I hit him. Good. Good. And with Vice, no less. That never happens. Okay, well, this battle went very well then, so that's good. Didn't use any of my MP in the process either. I feel like this is one of those RPGs where the final boss is around level 50. I'm trying to think what my level was the last time I beat it. I did like 95% of the game last time I beat it, and I think I was like probably about where you're saying, yeah, like the high 40s, low 50s, somewhere in there. It's kind of similar to Final Fantasy V if you've played it, where if you're really good, you could beat it in like the mid 30s if you really don't do like any of the side content. So we'll see how good I am. The last person that I saw play this on YouTube was playing the Dreamcast version, and they beat the game at around level 40, so we'll see how close to that we get. I don't think I'll be doing everything in the game. We might do about 90%, roughly speaking, so we'll see. Yeah, Cristal, like the champagne. Yeah, there you go. There's our base word. Oh, Was it the Valuans? Yeah, they, yes, they definitely did. And it was not a whole lot of fun for those people. Trust me, they were my family and friends. So. Actually, Eika should get Crystallis pretty soon. She's got like 13 Magic EXP left, and then she's done, so that should be pretty good. Let's whack this guy because he's closer. And then, I don't know, do I just do damage to them so that I can Alpha Storm them next turn? I think so. Ooh, nice. That KO'd him. Purple must be pretty good against Maracas then. Like, there must be multiple elements where they're just like, oh fuck! It's through! It went through my shell! The pain! So, I don't know. Well, we're gonna get a counter here. We can one-round them. Fantastic. Should have bought these weapons before I went to Shrine Island.
That was easy.
Yeah, you can say that again, Vice. Good lord. Hey, Conquer, it's going good. How's it going for you there? We're just sailing around. Our entire family and friends got kidnapped because of course they did. This is a JRPG. That's what you'd expect to happen in the early game. So we're trying to make our way to Valua, the Empire, to get them back. It's going to take a little bit, though. 90% of RPGs finish around level 50. An exception is, for example, the Persona series. Yeah, that's true, because Persona and SMT in general, you're usually closer to like 70 or 75 by the time you beat it. So, hell, I was almost at 80 when I beat Persona 5, the original playthrough. Yeah, last time was pretty chill, with the exception of the kidnapping and the trying to destroy our village and the almost murdering people. So, couldn't make it to the last stream, but you are here today. You'll be listening for a bit as you're about to make some food. Sounds like a plan, Conquer. Go get yourself some food. You shouldn't be missing too much. Surely nothing very large is about to happen. Other than this fog. Well, maybe I should take my... What's the eyepiece that they use? It's not a... Is it just a telescope? I thought there was like a specific name for it when it wasn't being used to look at stars. But I could be wrong. It could just be a telescope. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know instrumentation terminology. Never any fog here? Huh. That's strange. We'll just take it slow then, I guess. What island over there? Are you talking about the floating rocks? It's distinctly possible. Yes, chill besides the town burning down, I guess. It's true. Yeah. Are you talking about the island below us? Because that's a very large island. And it's moving. Eika, that is not an island. No, that is definitely not an island. Eika. Oh my god, we found Monstro! Yeah, you could say that again. I think I'm gonna get this for thumbnail. Hang on. Sorry to mute that for a second on the screen, but yeah, holy shit. It really is Monstro. Where the hell did you come from, big guy? Oh, an arc whale. Fantastic. Just what we need. First thing off the island, we're gonna get swallowed by a whale. Or he's just gonna destroy the ship. I mean, that's a possibility too. Probably without even thinking about it. I mean, he's just so big, you know? Okay, that's good. That should be good for a thumbnail. Your best Persona was when you beat the original P5 was Black Frost. Yeah, Black Frost was pretty good. So, I would have used him, but I'm planning on using him in Nocturne, so I kind of said, oh, let's use unique ones other than the ones I'm going to use later. Yeah, Captain, shit's fogged up! Alive, not mechanical this one, so... Oh, are we in Xenoblade 2 now? Something like that. Excuse me. Sounds like we need to go hard to port there, Eika. We need to retreat then. I know we need to get to Valua, but we gotta wait for this guy to get out of here. We're in a skiff! We don't have weapons other than our traditional weapons. I ain't stabbing a whale with my sword. Yeah. Well, that's the idea. I think it saw us. Fantastic. It saw us! We should move. Okay, well. Everybody hang on to something! Shouldn't we be inside the ship, you know, steering it? Maybe it's pretty easy to steer, I don't know. And they died. And that's it. That's the end of Skies of Arcadia. I hope you enjoy... Oh, nope, wait, we're okay. We're just a little under the weather. Is that an optional boss later? Maybe. We will see. So this is where Monstro went to after the events in Pinocchio. Yeah, something like that, yeah. Decided to take a vacation, and then the same shit happened. Well, not quite. We didn't get swallowed. He just blew us away with some fancy blue breath. Well, we're both here, so that's good at least. I mean, a little worse for wear, but, you know. Aka, that looks like a very uncomfortable position. Why don't you, like, twist a little bit? Man with an artificial arm. Hello there. Who's Rocknam? Or Rocknum? I'm probably just going to say Rocknum. Is that the big whale guy? Yeah, that guy. Yeah, thanks for the assist there, big guy. What do you mean? I mean, aren't our lives worth... Okay. Ow. Maybe our lives aren't worth the price of the whale getting away to him. Huh. You're not sure why. You're a JRPG protagonist. What do you think's gonna happen, Vice? It's the beginning of the game. You're gonna get your ass beat. Oh, boy. I mean, all we did was fly in the face of the whale. And you chased him all the way here and he got away. Uh-huh. And you're gonna blame us for that, rather than you not harpooning him beforehand. Okay. Yes, remember that creature for later, viewers. He scared Moby Dick's whale away. Oh, I mean Ishmael's, yeah. He's got a few storied personages that are inspiring him, doesn't he? Yeah, like the Persona Reaper, it just shows up randomly and menacingly. Yeah, Rocknum, just a constant threat to our ship, yeah. Something like that. Would be pretty cool. We haven't gotten a ship battle yet. We'll get there. We'll get there, though. Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, yeah, because our ship got completely eradicated, so his sails got fucked up, and now we're all here. You sure are. I mean, it was just a skiff. It's fine. They destroyed the rest of the Albatross already, so it's not really a big deal. I mean, I guess it's a big deal, but not really. Okay, so what would you have us do? Okay, don't really think that's an option, so... well, have you worked for your dad? Yes? This is gonna be worse. What was he gonna do to the Arc Whale anyway? I mean, he's got traditional cannons on this little thing, but it doesn't look like he's got anything that'll, like, kill a whale, you know? Supply boxes, huh? Okay. No problem, he says, not knowing the terrible, awful thing that's about to happen to him. You'll notice that's a bit of a trend for Vice in the beginning of the game. Oh, okay. Yes, sir. Well, I guess we'll go to whatever port he's going to and then see if we can get an entirely new ship with our, hold on, 687 gold. That, I'm gonna be washing dishes for months, aren't I? Great. Just what I needed. These are the two supply boxes, I believe, so let's take it up. Let's take a look. Yeah, true to his name, his nuts are always in a vice. Never really thought about it like that, but yeah, that's about right. Oh boy. By the looks of it, fish, and a lot of it. Lift with your legs, Vice, not with... You're lifting with your back, Vice. Don't do... Vice? You're gonna need a cane, man. You keep doing stuff like that. Get Aka to help you. Jesus. That is not okay for your back at all. Yeah, just all we hear is like... Oh, Jesus Christ. And then he'd really die. Can I take a break, boss? Oh, boy. Yeah, not exactly old enough to build a ton of muscle yet. Not under traditional circumstances, so... Just, you know, not with as heavy of boxes. Well, it's a bit of a long story. I'm sure you don't want to hear it, since you didn't want to hear my question of where we were going. So... Oh, okay, now he does want to hear. Okay, well then let's tell him why we need to go to Valua. At least Vice got his break after all. And it wasn't his back, it was an actual rest period before he had to lift the other box. So that's good. I mean, yeah, that's about right, but what choice do I have? If I don't pick a fight with them, my family and friends are all going to get viciously murdered, and that's not cool. Okay, well, I'm glad you'd at least bring us to the closest port. Yeah, what's the deal with you and big guy? Oh, okay, fair enough. He's not keen on sharing, is he, Vice? Not very, anyway. Alright, let's go get his other box. Let's see here. Yeah, sorry, kid, you'll have to tell it again. The screen blacked out. Happens with old age. Too much grog. Oh, boy. I'm telling you, Vice, that is not good for your back. You need to get Aka to help you. Like, good lord, man. I don't know how he got it up those stairs, considering how much trouble he's having lifting it. Like, stairs are no joke when you're trying to lift stuff like this. And then he just passes out again. Oh, I have another chore. Okay, well, actually, he's gonna let me pilot the ship, so that's nice. Oh, okay, fair enough. Most of my duties revolved around raiding, even though I'm the son of the ship captain from before. He just threw me out to do all the dirty work that could have gotten me murdered. Isn't that great? Oh boy. Well, I mean, look at who the captain is. That's why they're pretty old. He's a natural at this. Yeah, apparently so. Probably because he wanted to do this instead of loading boxes and shit. So... I kind of like this guy. I almost said his name. We'll know his name soon. But I kind of like this guy's relationship with Vice. It's kind of like a... It's not father-son. It's more like grandfather-grandson type of a deal because Vice already has a father, of course. But anyway, we got to go to Sailor's Island. That's the next port, so... And there we go. Now we'll get his name. I almost spoiled it 2 minutes before we got it. So this is the Little Jack, this ship. And our resident Moby Dick hunter is named Drachma. That sounds about right for a guy with an eye patch and an artificial arm, yeah. Maybe that's what happened to him. Maybe Rochnum took his arm and his eye, and that's why he's, like, hunting him. I guess that's just a traditional revenge plot, you know. Something like that. Would make sense, I think. Maybe. And as a part of being the captain of the Little Jack, Drachma's going to want us to not mess his ship up, so he's joined our party as our third party member. Nice. And he also gives us the Blue Moonstone, so we can learn some blue magic now. Thankfully, you don't have to learn it by watching enemies do it in this game, so there you go. Yeah, more party members, indeed. It instantly imprints on him. Jeez, I can barely lift a 24-pack of bottled water. Yeah, I get that. Those things are kind of heavy, man. What is he, Captain Hook? Let's hope he doesn't get eaten by a giant sky alligator, because I don't really... I mean, we almost got eaten by a giant sky whale, so I don't think I want to look at what a sky alligator would look like. Yeah, it's a pretty good ship. Moves pretty good. The ships don't have different handling, by the way. They all handle the same. It's just that this one... I think it's a little faster than the skiff, if I remember right, so... Oh, a free medical vessel, okay. Does that mean we can get treatment for free? I suppose your flag that you're flying is a little different from most of the normal ones, so... yeah, something like that, yeah. But I was gonna say, we're Blue Rogues, so don't worry about us robbing you. Apparently, he needs a favor. Alright, let's go see. I think this is exclusive to the Legends version, by the way. I don't think this particular side quest was in the original. I think they had something else in place of it. So... Well, I mean, you never know. We might need some aid down the road mid-mission. Hopefully you'll be sailing around. Okay, fair enough. You are a free doctor, so that nickname would serve. Sounds like a plan. Gotta live with your wings free, after all. Yeah, who's the kid? Maria, huh? Okay. Hi there, Maria. Are your eyes okay? They look incredibly dilated. Yeah, what's the favor there, bro? Why do a lot of the doctors in the turn-of-the-century RPGs just wear, like, sandals and stuff? Like, Doc from Chrono Cross, I mean, he had a surfer dude haircut and everything else, but he also wore sandals and stuff. I don't know, I guess it's more comfortable. A lens, huh? Okay. Let's have a look. Fancy. Very, shiny? Is that going to be okay on my eyes? A moon lens, huh? Okay. Oh, that could come in handy for finding secret treasure! Yeah, sorry, I can't quite get my voice as high as he gets it for that one. Okay, let's see. Put my contact lens in, and... Ooh, what's with the alarm? Oh, wait, hang on, back up, there it is. What is that thing? A moonfish, huh? Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, so you can only see these moonfish with the moon lens. Cool. Can we turn the alarm off, please? It's very annoying. No, you can't, actually. It's to show you that they're there. So. Oh, okay. Alright, well, that makes sense. I'll keep an ear out for the alarm. Fair enough. Makes sense. Excuse me. How did you program a contact lens to have a sound alert? How does that even work? A fair question, actually. Okay. Yeah, so you can actually go into first-person point of view in the game using the Y button, and then you can move the C-stick around to look up, down, left, or right, and most of the moonfish you'll find are either going to be above or below you, so you can then look for them and try to find them. And then you have a targeting reticle for a little net thrower, and once it's in between all of that stuff, just press the A button and you'll pop it into the net thrower, and there you go. It wasn't really a net, it was more of a bubble. Looked like a Super Monkey Ball bubble, actually, but... or ball. Oh, I thought it was just Maria's little pet. I guess it is now, but, you know. Oh, huh. That's interesting. Well, I mean, that makes sense. It's nice of you to do. So should we feed him the moonfish we just got? How did you even find that one, anyway? Were you using the moon lens, like, right as we got here? So... Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It'd be kind of hard to leave her little girl like this by herself. And yeah, he'll give you some pretty good items for exchanging moonfish with him, so we'll try to find all of them. I think there's like 25 across the whole game, so I'll see if I can find them all. I don't think any of them are missable, so don't worry about that part. I'm pretty sure you can go back and get them no matter where they are, so I'll see what I can do about that. Yeah, this is Maria, me human homunculus. I keep her in constant state of euphoria to avoid her going berserk. Golden Skulltulas, yeah, something like that. An obligatory collect 100 pieces of shit, yeah. At least you get rewarded very well for it, though. Like, you can get some of the best weapons and accessories, I think. I don't know about armor, but best weapons and accessories in the game for doing this side quest, so it's actually worth our time to look for them, especially since by finding and catching the moonfish, it gets rid of that annoying buzzing sound that the alert makes every time I have to hear them, so, yeah. Okay, I'll take a look. I think there's 2 on Sailor's Island, if I remember correctly. So we'll head there. And as it turns out, Sailor's Island is right here. So let's go inside, shall we? I don't think you can go too much farther out from it without Drachma yelling at you anyway, so... Speaking of which, we didn't check him out in the menu yet. Yeah, he's got quite a bit of HP, as you can see. 1,879 HP, which is quite a lot of HP. He's only level 12. He suffers in the magic department, obviously, but he's pretty good. He does a lot of damage and has a lot of HP, so he tanks a lot of stuff. We also have the little Jack's HP now, so that should give you an idea of what's going to be going on eventually here, in terms of, like, hey, our ship has HP. Does that mean we'll get into ship battles? Well, our ship also has equipment, so yes. Yes, it will. Anyway, let's back out and head to Sailor's Island, then. Excuse me. This town's kind of a bit of a crossroads, from what I understand, to the rest of the world. It's not really centralized, but it's centralized with respect to, like, Valua taking up a lot of the airspace that's, you know, not saleable, so. Something like that. Sure. Oh, not good. Okay, wait a minute. No, he's planning on leaving us here until we find another ship, so... Oh, okay. Huh. So if we figure out where we can find a cannon for you, will you take us there? Because it'll probably be in Valua, all things considered. What a grumpy old man. Well, yeah, he's got his own agenda, so... Rogueport music plays exactly. It's kind of similar to that, yeah. In a way. Because you come back here a lot, mostly because of the Moonfish side quest, but you do. You come back here quite a bit, so... Alright. Standard rule of RPGs, when you don't know where to go, you gotta look around town and ask everybody where to go. So we'll just, we'll go see if we can find anything. First things first, though, we want to go in the Sailors Guild so we can sell that discovery that we got, because hopefully nobody beat me to it. Hey, big guy. Yeah, this is the Guildmaster, so he'll tell us some information, but mostly what you want to do is have him buy your discoveries for you. Excuse me, because they will give you some money for it, and right now we don't have much money, so... yeah, let's buy and sell discovery information. You can also buy information about discoveries, by the way, to give you an idea about where some things might be. So this is, for example, 5 gold, you can get information on an ancient guidepost. So let's take a look. There's a small island north of Sailor's Island in mid-ocean. You can't miss it. And that's your hint, so then you can take that out to the world map, go to that place, and then find the spot where your compass is spinning like crazy, and then you'll be good. This is the one that we just got, so let's sell the info on the Pirate's Grave. Alright, sounds like a plan. There you go. That'll get us a little extra money. There's also the wanted list, which allows you to hunt particular bounties on the world map. So, for example, the first one we can hunt is Baltor, the Black-Bearded, a despicable pirate who will attack anything. He has a 1,000 gold bounty on him, so it wouldn't be too bad for us if we could find him in terms of money, but, well, we'll get there. Yeah, we have little money, indeed. This is actually how far you got when you played the game years ago. Well, we will get a little bit farther, hopefully. Let's talk about a few things. So those are the discoveries that you want us to find, huh? Sounds like a plan. And yeah, just like they said in the original part where we found the Pirate's Grave, if your compass spins around like crazy, make sure that you mash the A button to grab the discovery, so. And yeah, in any place that we go, you can find a Sailor's Guild, so just, it doesn't matter where you sell the stuff, you just pay them a visit and then there you go. So. A merchant from Nasir. I think that's how you pronounce that. Wonder what he's doing here, because isn't Nasir kind of a bit of a ways away? Huh. Well, anyway, that takes care of that. Drachma's over at the bar across the way, so instead of going and chatting with him, because we have no new information, let's just talk around town, see what everybody has to say. Oh, okay. Yeah, so Valua is even further north from here, so Ah, okay, well that makes sense. Valua, despite being the Empire's port, is a fairly high-trafficked port for trade because they're the Empire, so of course they would have the most access to all of the trade goods and everything in the world. So. Well, yeah, I mean, an empire expanding its territory, I mean, that's something worth worrying about. I'll have to see about this Galcian guy. What's up, big guy? Oh, okay, fair enough. He's even acknowledging that I don't have much money. True, makes sense to me. Anything behind here? Ah, little treasure chest. Don't forget about this thing. Got 3 repair kits. Those are used to heal your ship's HP, kind of similarly to, like, potions. So, ooh. I got a moonfish somewhere. Oh, it's actually not the sea stick. It's just the regular stick. There we go. Got one. Cool. So now we can take that back to Doc and feed Maria's weird bird thing. Great. And you can check around all the stuff. I think Vice has some things to say about most of the objects in towns, so... Probably wells up from inside of the island or something. Cool. Well, this must be a trading post of some kind because there's a scale on top. Usually that's shorthand for a trading post, so... Yeah, an item shop. I guess I can check and see if I need anything. I have that Thief's Aura that I could sell again, and that'll get us decent money, so... Let's see here. Like I said, I think I'll hold on to these. I don't think we'll need them for anything, but I think I'll hold on to them just for the hell of it. So, and definitely going to hold on to the repair kits, and I think everything else is good. I still don't know what these do. I should have looked that up in between streams, but oh well. And yeah, they've got the same things that they had in the item shop before, so there you go. I will try to visit to get more magic droplets, thank you. Yeah, probably nothing to loot in here. It's an item shop. If they don't keep all of their good stuff locked down, then, well, everyone and their grandmother would steal from them, so... And I'm getting an... You can kind of hear the little alert sound effect going off in the background right now. There's a moonfish somewhere nearby, but not anywhere that we can directly see it yet, if you hear that light sound effect in the background, so... But obviously going into the shop, it'll disappear because the moonfish wouldn't hang out in the shop, so... You only hold on to old stuff if there's an alchemy or synthesis place. Yeah, and I'm not really sure if you can use them for something, honestly. I forget if there's a weapon later that you can use at like a blacksmith to upgrade the cutlass, although I don't think you can buy the cutlass ever, so maybe I don't need it. I mean, I guess they're only worth 70 gold, so I could sell them, so... Oh, okay. Well, makes sense. Sure, sounds like a plan. I might be able to get something out of what you have to know, so... Or out of what you know. Oh, okay. What did he say? A cannon called the Harpoon Cannon. Drachma's hunting a giant whale. Harpoons were traditionally used for spearing whales at one point. So that might be worthwhile to think about. This moonfish stuff is like Pokemon Go. Let me on your roof, sir. Pokemon on your roof. Yeah, something like that, basically. So. Oh, okay, so you can, like, pull it back in or something afterwards. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. Less to buy for cannonballs, so. Yeah. Well, that is good information, because Drachma might, need this information, and as it turns out, the cannon is in Valua, so that would get us to where we need to go. Gotta love when things work out like that, don't you? Hello, sir, what's wrong with you? Oh. Okay, that's what's wrong with you. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, speaking of rolling and tilting, I may have to go use the restroom soon because I'm feeling rolling and tilting probably from what I ate for lunch, and it's not okay. Oh boy. I do have to order my dinner, actually, so maybe I'll just take a break and use the restroom and order my dinner all in one fell swoop. Yeah, I think so, yeah. Yeah, well, I'm gonna make sure in a minute, so. They heard me upstairs. Ah, Pinta, okay. Exotic and rare things, Okay, well, if we find anything particularly rare, I guess we could come give it to you. Maybe we can help each other. Yeah, I mean, sounds about right. That's the idea. Okay, sounds like a plan. We'll probably see Pinta again as we make our travels and find some interesting stuff. And I think that is my cue. I know we just started about a half an hour ago, but I think I need to go. So I'm gonna use the restroom, and then I will be right back. Hopefully soon. I'll let you know. Okay. So, a word to the wise. It is probably not a good idea to combine a strenuous workout, a protein shake, and spicy food in the space of approximately 2 hours. Just gonna throw that one out there. Yeah, sorry about that. Just couldn't wait. Okay, but I have returned. Let's continue exploring Sailor's Island. Now that I've gotten the seasickness out of my body. Figures, Rocknum throws us all for a loop, and it threw me for a damn loop, too. Fucking arc whale. Anyway, this is the weapon shop. So we can see if we can buy anything better than the things we just bought. So. You were worried I went to go play Melee instead of peeing, yeah. Yeah, I just decided to shut off the Wii and just plug in Melee. Ah, fuck it, I'm gonna go play Melee instead. We were talking about it, now I'm gonna go do it. It's fine. Yeah, out with the bad, in with the good. That's the idea. Now I just need to get the good air in, you know. And there is, in fact, some new stuff, as it turns out. Slightly better than what we got. If I had known, I probably would have waited to buy this stuff instead of buying what I bought, but that's okay. Excuse me. Incidentally, I should probably also wait to buy new stuff until we get to Valua now, because that might actually work a little bit better. So, excuse me. Oh, that protects the wearer against magic. Okay, so the MA stat, normally it stands for magic, and that determines magic power. But in this game, I would assume will determines magic power, and then MA determines magic defense. So that's good to know. I don't think we particularly need it, though. The accessories that they sell at the shops at the beginning of the game aren't usually all that great. So, yeah, we'll go from there. Or as I get back, you've got to go. Maybe back later, if not, see you all next time. All right, Conquer. Sorry to hear that, but we will. We'll see you next time. Sorry to hear you got to go, but yeah, go take care of what you need to do. And we'll see you. I might buy a Sky Cutlass, because I don't think we have anything else that I really need to buy in terms of, like, upkeep in terms of the shop stuff. So I think I'll buy a Sky Cutlass just so that I've got it. It's a little on the pricey side, but that's okay. Mostly want to get Vice the upgrades in terms of weapons, because, I mean, Aika, it's nice to get her upgrades, but Vice is going to be the one attacking more often than not with physical attacks. He usually won't be using magic, so probably for the best to focus on him and Drachma when it comes to weaponry. So there you go. And do I want a sailor uniform or anything? I don't know what Drachma has equipped, so maybe I'll wait to get any other upgrades until we get to Valua. I think that might be a smart idea. And since I've decided, I think I'm gonna just get rid of these. I don't think you need them for alchemy stuff. And honestly, even if we do, I don't think. Well, first of all, there isn't alchemy in the game. There is blacksmithing later, but I don't think we need them. And the pirate cutlass I can buy again if I need to, so we'll just get rid of that too. All right. And let's see, whoop, let's not talk about various things. That's what I wanted to put down there. So, there we go. What you got, big guy? Yeah, so because of that, there aren't any weapons in the game, to my knowledge, that you cannot switch colors on. Drachma's arm is a bit of an exception, but when we get into a battle where Drachma's actually in my party, we'll talk about it. So for now, we don't got to worry about it. And that's good knowledge to know, though, because we can... Oh my good lord, what the hell happened to your face? That is a smile only a mother could love. Jesus, I preferred the smirk, man. Yeah, there, go back to that. That's much better. God. Alright, let's not walk past this guy and start to feel like I'm seasick again. I wouldn't like that at all. Yeah, we can go in here, I think. If I can get in. There we go. And actually, let me put my jacket back on, too, because I took that off. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like he put a bear trap in his dentures. You know what? Yeah, that's a pretty accurate way to put that. Yeah, actually. Oh, boy. Anyway, this is the inn. Hello, sir. A mystery merchant. Okay. What kind of exotic wares? Actually, I think the stuff that he has is pretty good. I'm pretty sure you can buy Crystallis boxes from him, like, right away. But, of course, the problem with that is that they're very expensive. So, the way that these boxes work, by the way, they're basically like attacking items from Final Fantasy 1, except they have a chance to break. So I guess they're actually more like attacking items from Final Fantasy 2, because in 2, there's a fixed percentage chance of an item breaking when you use it, and it uses the type of magic that's associated with it. In this case, a Crystallis box has the Crystallis spell attached to it, and it has 7 to 8 charges. So generally speaking, you'll get about 7 or 8 charges out of the box. You may get more, you may get less. It just depends on whether the game's RNG is in your favor or not. So there's also Silena's box, which is another purple magic box. It allows you to silence enemies and prevent them from casting spells with 7 or 8 charges. It's not terrible, but I don't think I'm going to invest in it because it's not good either. Silena's has a very specific use in exactly one boss fight, and it's near the very end of the game. So I probably won't be using Silena as much at all until then, if I'm honest, because it really... I mean, silence is nice, I guess, for spellcasters, but usually you can kill them before they become a problem. Usually, so... the Slayer Ring is really nice, though. I would definitely love to have this for whomever. Definitely love to have this for Vice, actually, because that'll allow him to hit a little bit better. He'll have 100% accuracy with that on, I believe, because it gives him 10% hit rate, and that'll make it easier for him to hit pretty much everything, but I don't have quite enough money for it yet, so I'll have to come back. And this increases resistance to red and purple attacks, which I guess is kind of nice, but it's not that great. But the Slayer Ring is a definite purchase. Hopefully the Mystery Merchant will stay here so I can buy it after getting a little bit of extra money by looking around. So... oh yeah, I've caught a few of those fish, actually, yeah. So are you telling me that they don't really have a use other than buying and selling? Because I think I might sell them then. Yes, that's the idea. I think we're going to save for the ring and cast the magic ourselves. Yeah, basically. So, Silena's silence. Ah, I get you. Yeah, it's kind of similar to the word silence, but not quite. So, just about. So, I mean, I guess these guys aren't really going to sell for a whole lot, but I mean, they're pretty easy to collect, so I suppose that would make it pretty easy to just get a little cash out of them when you go places. Just fly through a bunch of fish, and there you go. So... I hope our paths cross before you leave town, because I could have sworn that you leave town and go all over the place here. We got a save point here, and we could rest if we needed to. I don't think we particularly need to, though. And then there's the beds up here, but before that, let's head out here. Ah, I can hear the sound effect again from the moonfish. And now it's even louder. Hold on. Ah, there we go. Okay. Gotta be around here somewhere. Ma'am, don't move too far. There we go. Got it. And I think that's it for the moonfish, so in Sailor's Island. I think for now. There might be one up on the lighthouse, though, as well, so we'll go check that out before we go see Drachma again. Oh, really? Yeah, we'll have to be careful of them, because, well, they're not very nice, so... yeah, fish! Catching a bunch of rainbow fish. That's me. Hello, Amarella. How you doing? Welcome back. Playing some Skies of Arcadia today. I need to save in a different file so that I have a backup save. There we go. And, yeah, we just made our way to Sailor's Island. We're not too far into the game yet. And I got a little seasick, but I am okay now. Mostly because this guy triggered me from rolling around talking about being on dry land. I actually kind of like this bridge. It's a really little detail, but you know me in little details, because it articulates when you walk across it. Most of the time in games that are this old, stuff like this doesn't articulate. It's just kind of a static object, you know. But this particular bridge articulates, and I like that quite a bit, so. Again, it's a little thing, but I like the little things, so. Ah, okay, well, they can keep things that need to be cool and dark in here. Alright, up we go. Let's go see if there's anything of note up here, including a moonfish. There might be. There might not be. There might just be a treasure. Or Mirror B will be at the top. That'd be just great. It looks like this is their lighthouse, basically. Although I don't see where the light is. Oh. Huh. Ooh, yep. What's the note say? Arcadia, please send warriors to help us fight against the evil. Arcadia, please send warriors to help us fight against the Valuans. Huh. Yeah.
Alright, we'll be back.
Alright, sounds like a plan. Well, I don't know who Arcadia is or who wrote this note, but again, it's another thing to remember for later. We got a note in a bottle. Maybe somebody will tell us about that at some point. Doesn't look like there's any moonfish up here, though, so... We'd hear the sound effect if there was, so there's... We'll just head on down. Doing pretty good today, Amarella. I have only ever played this game once, and I haven't played it in about 15 years, but I remember the time that I played it pretty fondly, so... I'm having fun with it so far. How are you doing? Hopefully doing well. Alright, well we grabbed the extra cutlass. Unfortunately, Aka doesn't get a weapon upgrade for right now, but we also grabbed some information about the harpoon cannon. So let's go tell Drachma about that, shall we? You're good? You hit Endwalker last night? Oh, nice. Nice. Sounds like a plan. How's it, so did you just get to it then, I would assume? Like, just finished enough, like, to start the 6.0 quests? That's cool. I have yet to experience it. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy it yet. I kind of want to wait until after I beat Shadowbringers for the stream and decide then if I want to play Endwalker. Like, basically, I want to wait so that way my levels don't go too high and the title screen stays on Shadowbringers, but maybe that's just splitting hairs and I'll decide some other way before that. I don't know. We'll see. Basically just started, did a handful of the intro stuff and took a break. Okay, nice. Nice. Well, hopefully it's going well for you. I don't know, I've heard people say good things about it. I don't know how my opinion would feel about it, because I feel like my opinion of 14 is slightly different from the general consensus, but I'm as long as you're enjoying it, that's the important part there for you. As long as you're enjoying what you're playing, that's the important part. So anyway, this is Polly's place. Ah, so they must be using purple weapons to kill the maracas and use them in their steam baking as well. Mistral Loqua, huh? Okay, nice. Hopefully it's not a very windy drink. And this is Anne. Hello, Anne. How are you? Cool. Usually the named NPCs have a particular purpose in the game, but we don't know what that purpose is just yet, so we'll get there. Oh. It's like, work to live or live to work, right? Something like that. Hi. Yeah, I've gotten a few rumors over the course of my time here, so you are correct. Hey, Drachma. Guess what? I figured something out that you might want to hear about your ship. Oh, he's even calling him captain. Well, I might be sailing with you for longer than you think, so... Ooh, these kids are crafty, I'll tell you what. Yeah, about that. Well, I mean, we're being coy already, so let's beat around the bush some more, just to be more coy. We'll just bait him along, force him to take us with him. This is blackmail at its finest. Again, these kids are crafty. They're learning to blackmail people like this at this age. Holy cow. What will they be able to do as adults? What does it sound like? This is a parlay, Drachma. I mean, that's what the Sailors Guild did for that information we sold them, so I expect the same out of you. Oh wow, yeah, that would probably kill an arc whale then, yeah. Holy crap. Fair question. How well do you know this lady? Probably well enough. Look, just because we're being crafty doesn't mean we're lying, so... We just need to get to Valua. We have something very important we need to get there, so... Alright, there we go. Now we're talking. That means he's gonna join the party again. Of course, work the entire way. Is this gonna be a common thing? You're gonna do that after every victory? Oh, okay. I thought something else was gonna happen there, but that must be later. Oh well. We'll figure it out. Sounds like a plan, and we'll have quite the story to tell by the time this game's over with. So... Yeah, that could be a bit of a problem, but we'll figure it out when we get there. Oh, an entry passport, huh? How are we gonna get one of those? Oh, okay. Fair enough. So, search around the island again and find a Valuan passport? Okay. Now, who could have a Valuan passport out of the people that are here? Well, anyway, Drachma joined the party again, so that's good. Yeah, Drachma, I found your son, Ligma. He just turns around to you like, I have a son? Oh, boy. Yeah, it's for our Pirate Scouts blackmailing badge. There you go. These little kids, I mean, I guess they're not Palom and Porum's age, but yeah, these kids will do. Hey, big guy. No? No Valuan passport? Okay, fair enough. I forget who gives it to you here. Again, I haven't played this game in 15 years, so it's not that it's going to be a blind playthrough, but it is going to be a I don't remember what to do in this part playthrough, so let's spend a little time asking around. Well, I thought that guy would do it because he didn't tell me what to do, but maybe he'll give me some information. Let's see. Yes. Okay, well actually I need, yeah, information about that, so. Of course it will be. Holy crap, that's not good. Aka, I don't think you can ask him to do that. I'm pretty sure his professional integrity prevents him from, yeah. Especially with something like the Empire, yeah. So. Oh my god. I'm not gonna be a part of this. Man. Aka's really laying it on thick here. Good lord. Oh, hello, sir. We are. Is there any way we can come to an agreement? Oh, okay, so you'll just give it to us? What's the request? Don't say anything, Aka, because he might want to take you home to marry his son, for all we know. Ah, okay, so that's where Nasir is, on a desert island to the east. Okay. Aha. What an asshole! Oh, okay, so like in case Baltor attacks, we could, you know, prevent him from doing that. Escort mission? No, it's not that bad, so. I mean, that sounds fair, so yeah, we'll accept your offer. Well, I mean, it seems like the best way to get a passport quickly, so it might be a little dangerous, but Drachma's ship can probably handle it, so. Okay. Yeah, we'll just see if we need any extra supplies. I don't think Drachma really needs too much. I think he's pretty well kitted out in terms of his gear, but we'll see. Yeah, actually, we already checked that out while we were, you know, buying and selling the info we had, so. Excuse me. And yeah, they'll give you quite a nice reward for defeating Baltor. As we saw there, it'll give us almost enough money to buy that Slayer's Ring, so I think that that should be something we should keep in mind to add to our list of things to do. Again, hopefully the merchant sticks around. I forget, I think he moves, but I forget if he moves before you go to Valua or not. So, I mean, I guess if he does, whatever, I'll just buy the Slayer's Ring later, but it would be nice to have. Alright, I don't think there's anything else to do for the moment, so I'm going to check Drachma's equipment real quick, though, just to see. He actually does not have his super move, and it's... I mean, it's basically like a more powerful version of Cutlass Fury, but it also costs more SP as well. His second super move is actually really nice, though, but we'll chat about that one when we actually have enough moonberries for it. Does anybody else need this stuff? Vice can't get his third one yet, unfortunately. I think it's because we don't have enough SP to even cast his third one yet. I think that determines whether or not you can get it. But it could be level-based as well. I don't know. I guess since we've only got the one moonberry, we might as well use it to learn Taka! Yeah, it's significantly more powerful than it is in literally every Pokemon game, so... And your equipment. You have a blue artificial arm. Alright, and then you got your shirt, and you got an eye patch, which increases your attack, but not your hit percentage. And if you thought Vice's hit percentage was bad... Drachma has 80% hit rate, so he might be the one to get the Slayer's Ring for a little bit here, but I might just give it to Vice anyway for the hell of it. Because Drachma hits really hard, but the problem is he sometimes has trouble hitting at all, so, you know. But yeah, I think we're in good shape now. Oh, no, actually, we have enough Spirit now to even cast Vice's third move, so it might be level-based then. I don't know. Anyway, I think we're done here. We can always come back, but after we do our escort, so let's return to the ship. We're going to have to come back here anyway because there's some moonfish that we'll need to hand over to Doc and Maria, so we'll do that. Yeah, hopefully our enemies will be the broadside of a barn because that'll make it a lot easier to hit them, so... Yes, I do. So sail around the reef then? Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay. So there's the southern Danel Strait. There's a valley in between, and if we sail through that after sailing alongside the reef, we can head east and get there. Cool. So we'll go do that. Then we'll go after that thing that's supposedly north of Sailor's Island, because Sailor's Island is right over there. So probably the thing north of it is like on that island right there. But we'll go there later. For now, let's head this way. You can even see the red moon in the background. Nasir is actually the island that's under the red moon. Most of the civilizations in the world of Arcadia are specifically guided by a particular moon. So Nasir is under the red moon. Pirate Isle is kind of too small to have that, and same thing with Sailor's Island, but the large civilizations all have a moon that they're associated with, so we'll just keep that in mind. Asteroids, are we in oxygen space? Something like that. Getting reminded of Rogue Galaxy, actually. See, I've never played Rogue Galaxy, but I've heard some good things about it, so it's possible. Oh, okay. Well, we don't particularly need either of those things, but thanks for letting us know. You never know, we might need them someday. This isn't the southern Danel Strait, though, I don't think. Although, this looks vaguely like the region of Nasir. There's even a sand waterfall over here. Well, sand cloud fall, but, you know. Oh, it's by level 5? Okay, then yeah, it probably is a solid RPG, yeah. Well, I'll keep that in mind. Maybe one day I'll pick it up. But now that we have 3 party members, we have a little bit of extra SP to play around with. We've also got Scoreflies, which are purple element, so they're going to be weak to red element. The problem that I was talking about in terms of... Oh yeah, and we have access to blue element now, so that's cool. The problem that I was talking about before, in terms of the color of Drachma's weapon being a little difficult to figure out, is, well, I'll show you in just a second. As a matter of fact, I might even Alpha Storm right away on these guys, because we have the extra SP now, so I might be able to hit a few. Yeah, so see how his arm is like that? And if I switch colors, there's no way to tell what color it is that he's using. So what you have to do is you have to look at his little portrait in the left corner there, and that'll tell you what color he is. So now he's red, and he should be able to whack these guys for some pretty good damage. I think I want to hit this one, actually. The other 3 should get hit, but... Nice. So yeah, like I said, everybody has a ranged and a close ranged attack, so that should work pretty good. Definitely a suggestion to play if you can get it. I hope it's not on like a super hard to get console then, but I guess I'll take a look at it and I'll see what it's on and how hard it would be to get, and yeah, I'll think about it for sure. Well, that's why we need the Slayer's Ring right there, but you know. The nice thing about having Drachma in your party is that at this point you can basically use Alpha Storm every turn if you want, so it might not be a bad idea, actually. So I think we'll do that. And for now, Drachma might actually attack quite often, because he's actually a higher level than we are at the moment, so he's pretty quick, but not because of the fact that he's quick normally, it's because he's a higher level. He's level 12, so yeah. Oh, nice, and we got a level up. That's cool. Got some extra MP, a little bit of quick. That's going to get us a whole bunch of stuff in the red element. I would like to get Aka's purple element up to the finish so I can get Crystallas, but getting the extra red wouldn't be too bad either. Drachma probably won't be casting much magic at all. He needs more experience in the magic department than pretty much anybody else, and he's not very good at it. I might have him stick to green element so that he can get some healing magic, because that's probably all I'll use his MP for, because that's not based on your actual magic stat. It just heals for a fixed amount, so. Yeah, PK star! Something like that, yeah. Oh, I got a revered voice. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was like, what am I going to do in here? I just came into the menu for a reason, but it's an accessory, probably. Revered voice. Defense and magic defense. Boost defense and magic defense, especially to purple magic, and protects against silence. Interesting. Well, I don't think that we particularly need that for right now, but I think somebody will once we rescue her from Valua, that is. So we'll have to figure that out. Okay, here we go. So this is the strait that they were talking about. And unfortunately, Baltor is patrolling the strait because there he is in the Blackbeard. Oh yeah, and also our ship. That's because it's an independent ship. I'm glad the guy followed us so closely because, well, I definitely wasn't paying attention to where he was. Are you sure about that? I don't know, Baltor. I think you're gonna get more than you bargained for with this one. If I remember how to do this, that is. Because this game isn't just about traditional battles. There's also ship battles. And we're gonna get to that in just a second. Should we engage, Captain? Okay, sounds like a plan. So yeah, normally, like what happened in on the Value and Warship, we would just dock on their ship and, like, you know, go over there and then take all their stuff and throw them off the deck and everything like that. But in this case, we don't want them anywhere near us, because if they try to take over the ship by manpower, they will overwhelm us. So, all right. Let's see what we can do. Yes, engage, Mr. Spock. So, like I said, not just regular battles in this game. There are also ship battles to deal with. And they're a little different from regular battles, so we'll have to take a look. They're a little bit more strategic. It's not so simple as just press the attack button and guard occasionally and you'll be good. So it actually kind of plays a little bit like a strategy-ish game, not without like the movement sections or anything, but basically the commands that you give have to be a little more strategic because of how they work, so we shall see. Because Drachma's going to give us a tutorial, so that's good. And yeah, there's a grid at the top of the screen that you'll see there. That's your input commands, and if you had a fourth party member, it would be a 4x4 screen. So there you go. It's just based on how many party members you have, so. And yeah, each turn, you can see the black squares there are turn number 1. The turn after turn number 1 is blocked off, but it shows you a preview of the next turn, but it's blocked off, so you can't enter commands for that just yet, so. And yep, so we can give commands as needed. I think particular party members are good at particular things. If I remember right, Vice and Drachma are pretty good at attacking, and I think Eika is pretty good at guarding because it's evasive maneuvers. So, but I'm not sure if the difference is substantial enough for you to really need to worry about it, especially in a battle like this. Like, we don't really have anything to particularly worry about here. From the Blackbeard, it's a tutorial battle, so, you know, it's not going to be, like, super in-depth. Oh, excuse me. Main cannon or standard cannon? There's 3 of them. I didn't check to see which one was more powerful, so let's just use it up. Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot of SP to work with on this first turn, but that's okay. Why don't you guard? And we can't attack again this turn, unfortunately, so I guess we'll just focus. Those green lights that you saw up there mean that there's no, like, nothing particularly bad should happen this turn. Basically, anything you see that's yellow or red means you should probably guard on those turns and do some evasive maneuvers to try to avoid the hardest hitting attacks. So, but this turn is all green, so they'll probably just shoot us with their pea shooters, and that'll be about it. We'll take a little damage, but that's okay. Yeah, and sometimes when you guard, you'll even avoid their attacks altogether, so that's kind of nice. You usually won't see that too much unless you do certain particular things in battle, because you can make certain decisions in ship battles, and they will determine how strong some of your next attacks will be. I think you do one of them in this battle, but I'm not sure, so let's see. Yeah, and so you saw that column up there. It has a C at the top of the grid. And that's where you want to shoot, because you have a high chance of doing lots of damage there. So, and then there's the yellow one that you'll see there. That's the one where they'll have an advantage. So use guard when they have an advantage, and you should be okay. Now, depending on what happens here, you see how the turns are flipping there? So if you guard properly on that yellow turn, I believe it will allow us to get those 3 Cs. But if you don't guard on that turn, we'll be at a disadvantage, and they'll get to attack us twice in the next round. So we don't want that, so we're going to guard on that turn. Let me just use the main cannon right here. We will guard right here. And Drachma, why don't you just focus again? That's fine. I could have him attack, but let's build a little bit of damage, because if I get the 3 Cs on the next turn, we'll want to do as much damage as we can, so we'll want to have as much SP as we can for that section. Ow. Yeah, Captain, peas and carrots at starboard. Engage vegetable ancillary. I don't even know what that is, an ancillary. I haven't, I have no ideas. But yeah, see how we floated over top of them there? And now we did a little extra damage with our cannon. So, it's not something that you can control directly most of the time, but depending on your actions in battle, you can control it a little bit. So, but yeah, see how we floated under there? So we floated directly into the range of their cannons, and if we didn't use evasive actions, we would have gotten probably marked a little bit there. Closer to like 3,000 damage. So, yeah, having a preview is pretty OP. It makes us a lot better at being able to take care of this stuff. It's almost as bad as having the Monado, but then again, I've only played a very light amount of Xenoblade Chronicles in my lifetime, so I'm probably going to try to get the definitive edition when I get a Switch for myself, so that way I can play it for the stream. Because I've heard a number of good things about Xenoblade Chronicles. I just haven't had a chance to check them out yet. Yeah, and celery evade. This is the Monado's power. Yeah, I know about Shulk a little bit because I've played Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, so I have some ideas, mostly of the memes concerning him. Just haven't played the game itself. You want to pick it up too? Yeah, like I said, I've heard some good things about it, so maybe one of these days we'll pick it up. After I get all these GameCube games done, I think I'll start thinking about getting the Switch, so. Yeah, me too. Okay, so we definitely don't want him to get back there, then. Okay, so. Now this will determine what you can do here. So basically you can wait and see, or you can try to get behind him instead. Now just because the turns are flipping doesn't mean that the first option will always be the first thing that's flipping and the second option will be the second one. I'm going to try to get behind him instead and see what happens. So, because it's not what he would expect. Usually if you do what they wouldn't expect, you'll get an opportunity. So let's just try to turn on him. Nice. So yeah, we should get our 3 Cs now. Yep, there you go. And the next turn is just 3 greens, so it'll probably repeat itself after this, but we'll see. So now we just need to engage all cannons and take him out as best we can. Ready all cannons! Open fire! I don't even like that game. Why am I quoting it? But yeah, we'll get quite a bit of damage in this turn as a result of us being behind him and outmaneuvering him. And I say behind, but we're more like back left, I guess. I mean, I suppose he can't shoot us from there without like turning the ship really hard, like we just did. It's the advantage of having a small ship. You can turn a lot tighter. So, yeah, see how he's prepping an attack there? If we took the second option, he'd probably blast us on the third turn, which would not have been good. And that's it. Goodbye, Baltor. Have fun in the desert, where you get stranded. And you even get some experience and gold for defeating enemies in ship battles, so that's pretty good. Drachma got a level up, and there you go. You still got a play 2, which is technically connected, but also basically not. Yeah, that's what I heard. 2 is kind of like its own thing. It's kind of like Final Fantasy, where they have a few little connections, but not like direct, you know? I think. I don't know how true that is, but there you go. For defeating Baltor, we get a Captain's Stripe and a bomb. Fantastic. I don't think we should have brought that onto the ship, but cool. You played the crusty old version on the Wii, and it was a blast. Yeah, that sounds like fun. I wanted to pick it up at one point, but I never got my hands on it. It was pretty limited release, so... Yeah, and they died. Well, just about. Excuse me. Yeah, well, I would rather spit on your coat, Baltor, so, somebody get that fire out! Thankfully, that ship battle was a lot worse, so we're not in that particular situation. Not bad for your first time commandeering the helm here, Vice. There it is. I was waiting for that one. Because Drachma is sick of your shit, Vice. Oh, man. I just love the sound effects in this game, too. They're so, like, old-time cartoony. And I don't mean, like, old-time, like, before all of our times. I mean, like, 80s and 90s cartoons. That sort of thing. Just the bonk effect. Like, Palom and Porum, I was talking about them earlier in the stream. And Porum bonks Palom on the head all the time in Final Fantasy IV. But that bonk sound effect in that one is good. It just ain't got nothing on Drachma bonking Vice on the head like that. So there you go. It is. It's a frying pan bonk, and that's probably why I love it. So this ain't some idle concert, kids. And yeah, it's you don't want to drive with your hands off the wheel, Vice. So maybe someone should take the wheel, since Vice can't see straight anymore. Why, you little... Sorry, I almost missed that one. True, we did. Now we can collect the bounty and go buy that Slayer's Ring. After we get the merchant to Nasir. So let's do that first. And then we'll be good. We just got to get through the strait here, which is in here. Ah, we did, yes. And yeah, so there are minor pirate ship battles that you can get into as almost like random encounters, basically, across the world map. They're not really random. I think they're in specific spots at specific times in the game. But some of them don't offer a Captain's Stripe. But the ones that are required in order to beat the game will offer you a Captain's Stripe, and that basically lets you level up your ship. Yeah, so you use the stripe on your ship, and it makes it stronger. By the way, there will be multiple ships in the game, but don't worry about holding onto your Captain's Stripes. Basically, all stripes will apply to all ships in the game. So don't worry about holding onto them or anything like that. They just use them when you get them. That's the best thing that you can do, because they will apply to every ship that you get. So, let's see. Oh no, I actually want to use it in the items menu. I forgot. Let's go take a look. We go to items, and then we'll go over here. We got a Captain's Stripe. Using it will increase the ship's parameters and endurance. So let's do that. Yeah, it gets us a little extra HP. Let's use a repair kit as well, just for the hell of it, to get it, you know, in good shape. And do I want to use a crystal? I think I want to use a Sacred Crystal to top us off because we're a little... Well, I guess we're not that under the weather. We'll be fine. I could use Magic Droplets too since I bought a bazillion of them, so... I think you can eventually buy repair kits as well, but, well, at the moment I don't think we can. Maybe we can from the, what's it called now? The ship shop back on Sailor's Island. And there we go. We escorted the merchant back to his hometown, and that is a very large city. Wow. I'll have to check that place out sometime. Looks like it almost looks like Epcot, actually, now that I think about it, looking at the way that it's laid out, but I don't think that it quite has all of the cuisine that Epcot has. It's probably very one specific type of cuisine. No, not saying it's not good, just saying it's probably specific. Cool. Excuse me. Hopefully he gave us his passport before he left. Or are we going to dock with him? Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, well, you know, it was a little hairy with Baltor there, but we got it. And there we go. We get our value in passport. It's just a piece of parchment paper? You'd think it would be like high-tech or something, considering it's from Valua, but anyway. Let's not do our little handshake because Drachma will bonk me on the head again. Sounds like a plan. Thank you, sir. Hopefully you get all your wares to port, and they sell pretty well for you. I don't think we can go to Nazir right now, though, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I don't think Drachma will let us, basically. So, I guess I could check, but everybody wants to go to Valua, and they're going to take me out of the strait anyway, so I suppose we should probably just go that way. But obviously, we're going to go back to Sailor's Island first before we go to Valua, because I need to hit up that discovery that they said I could get. I need to sell that to them once we get that far, but, and then buy a few things at the shop, including the Slayer's Ring if possible. But the main thing we get for our troubles there is the Valiant Passport. Cool. Is there anything on this island? Doesn't look like it. I could have sworn there was some stuff on one of these islands here. So I can go get some fish or a random battle. The heck is that thing? That is... Oh, there's a few of them. There's Thorkrins. I think that's how you say that. They are blue element, which means that they are weak to green, which is good because Drachma could use a little green to help him out. I guess we'll just have Aka do some Alpha Storm shenanigans because, again, it's just a very solid, low-cost option. It doesn't cost any MP. It hits in a line, so it's usually a pretty solid option for her to start a battle with because it'll do good damage to everything, especially when they're in a line like this. So... And she's very fast. Did I mention that before, that Aka's very fast? She's very fast. So she will hit things very fast when a battle begins. But you know me, I like me some crowd control options, and Alpha Storm just ticks all the boxes. Gather strength, huh? Well, hopefully that doesn't become a problem next turn. It's basically just a wasting turn thing. They're not gonna... I think they might attack next turn, but I don't think it's like a specifically powerful attack. Speaking of powerful attacks, spam Alpha Storm! I'll skip it if I use it the first time, basically. Like, once I've used it once in battle, unless it's a boss fight, then I won't skip it. But in a normal battle, I'll just skip it after the first one. That's how we'll do it. Just to save a little time. And yeah, Drachma will get Sacred in about 12 magic experience, so that's good. Yeah, hit hard and hit fast, that's the idea. Okay, got a few fish. Did I get the big red one? That one looked like it was worth a bit of money. Well, they disappeared, so I must have gotten everything I could out of it. Alright, that's fine. But yeah, I don't know, I just love the sections in this game where you get to explore the whole world map. It's just... I don't know what it is about it. It's just so gratifying to, like, look around all over the place and fill out the map. I don't know what it is. It's just great. I enjoy it, and it's probably, again, my favorite part of the game itself, is just looking around the world map and feeling like you're exploring and actually finding things that other people don't know are there. it's a feeling that you don't get from enough games, I don't think. Like, games will sometimes, I said it before this on the previous stream, games will have world maps, but they'll often feel like easy walks through, like they've been explored already and you're not the first. But in Skies of Arcadia, it just feels different. It feels like you're one of the first people to actually go find these things, and that's just so gratifying. I'll tell you what's not gratifying is having Drachma miss every time he tries to take a swing at people. I'm going to give him Vice's eye patch once I get the Slayer's Ring, because I think he could use the help. He hits so hard, but he needs to hit more often. Yes, you're Sky Christopher Columbus, something like that, yeah. I don't know, it's just a nice feeling. That sword looks more like a Tonfa than anything else, the one that he was using there, not the one that was in his left hand there. The main arm there looked more like a Tonfa than the other ones. A bladed Tonfa, but Tonfa no less. Yeah, see how the compass was spinning there? So there's the guide stones. This is to the north, the Imperial City, Valua, caution low visibility. To the east, the City of Sand, Nazarad, caution strong currents. To the west, Sailor's Island, caution too much Loqua. Now listen to me, guide stones. You can never have too much Loqua. Don't even say stuff like that. Ah, see the moon up there? I think that's the Silver Moon, if I recall correctly. So I guess Pirate Isle is under the Silver Moon, but not a whole lot happens under the Silver Moon yet. We'll figure that one out later. First, let's get rid of the whatever these things are that are clustering around Doc's ship. Okay, some Thurkrins and some Maracas. All right, let's see. Do I just go green to get Drachma Sacri, or do I keep going purple to get Crystallis faster? I think I'm going to go purple to get Crystallis faster. That seems like a better idea. So, because Alpha Storm it doesn't matter what element you're on, Alpha Storm will always be red element. So just use that to your advantage. It's always nice when Drachma hits with the ranged attack, though. I don't know why, but sometimes to me it seems like it's a little more accurate. Maybe it's just like anecdotal. I don't know. Cool. Well, they're almost dead. But then again, that's what a good AoE attack should do. It shouldn't necessarily one-shot everything in a battle unless you're, like, really more powerful than you should be at that point. It should do enough damage to make it really easy to finish the battle after that. So, speaking of which, let's do just that, shall we? But yeah, with the extra attack power from that Sky Cutlass we got, Vice's house, he's hitting as hard as Drachma at this point. Then again, that's because Drachma doesn't have an upgrade at the moment, but, you know, we'll get there. Hopefully we'll start getting more magic experience eventually as well, because I could definitely use it at the moment. Oh, Maraca's shell. That might sell for a bit. First, though, let's go to Doc's ship. We got a few moonfish to feed to Maria's fancy little baby bird. What's up, Doc? Oh, just realized, yeah, what's up, Doc, indeed. Anyway, let's feed the bird a moonfish. Here you go, little guy. Whoa. Damn, he's got a pretty fast metabolic rate. Good lord. Well, there's a bunch more fish in the game, so probably quite a bit. What, like a fur ball? Oh, okay. What is it? Oh, okay, thanks, I think. No, but the bird actually does cough up some good stuff. Like, for example, a Rizzalim crystal, which lets you fully revive a party member to 100% of their HP, I think. Because Rizzalim is the higher level. It's like a Rise, basically, in the Final Fantasy series, so. And yeah, you don't have to keep coming back to, you know, feed the bird. You can just feed him over and over again in the same go like this. So we'll probably come back here, like, after each story event, because then we should have, like, 2 to 3 moonfish to give to him, so. Excuse me. Yeah, baby's first barf. Unfortunately, it's not over the side of the ship. But, yeah, what's up, Doc? Yeah, exactly. And this is the same every time. The reward is not, though. This is the Warrior's Rune we'll get from that one. The first moonfish, by the way, doesn't count as far as I'm aware. I think. We might get to feed him one more after this, but I don't think it counts towards the total. So. Pretty soon he's going to be so big you could practically ride around on him. You're welcome, young lady. What, is she like a mute? Oh, okay. Well, apparently not. What's the big deal? Oh, well, then, yeah, that's a pretty big deal, actually. Is it his daughter? Got a different haircut. Oh, okay, so you're taking care of her then. Oh, yeah, well, okay, that makes sense. That's why you feel so obligated to keep her safe, yeah. Because you're trying to do the family some honor, I guess. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say, that guy is dressed kind of like Galcian. Is he Valuan? But yes, as it turns out, he is. Mendoza, a member of the Valuan Armada. I don't know if he's still around, though. Well, obviously not, because Maria lost her family, and he's her family, so... Wonder who replaced him. And I wonder what kind of an accident happened. Yeah, Mendoza! It's like, Robert! Kind of. A little bit, not really. Well, yeah, I can imagine. That kind of trauma is not something a little kid should have to go through. Whoa. Yeah, that's not good. So, yeah, we don't want to go below the clouds. In case it wasn't obvious before, we don't want to go down there. It is not okay down there. Okay, well, that makes sense. Yeah, I get you. Makes sense. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's a good system, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a reminder. So. Sounds like a plan. I will do what I can for her, Doc. But I don't know, I like this side quests. Even if it wasn't for the fact that it gave you really good rewards for doing it, I just kind of like the little story they have wrapped around here. You're helping this little girl come out of her shell and get over the trauma that she feels. Not necessarily get over it, but, well, live normally-ish again. So, I don't know, it's just kind of a nice little side story, and that's why I like trying to do as much of it as I can, so. Uh-huh, he just says, like, whoa, this got serious all of a sudden. Alright, but yeah, the first moonfish that we caught doesn't count towards the total by the looks of it. There we go, there's Sailor's Island. I was like, wait a minute, where'd it go? It's over here. And since we're in port now, let's check out that Warrior's Rune and see if I still need to buy the Slayer's Ring. I still do, no matter what. I'm probably going to give it to Drachma if the Warrior's Rune is pretty good for Vice, but let's see. Oh, and by the way, our title changed. Did you see that down there? We're Vice the Competent now. Yeah, that changed because we've made enough positive decisions in terms of Vice's swashbuckler rating. So there you go. Let's see. So Skyseer goggles. We got a Maracas shell. I mean, it's +6 defense. It's probably better off to just sell that then. So, but here's the Warrior's Rune, and it is really nice, as you can see there. It improves attack power, defense, hit percentage, and dodge percentage. This is going to Drachma for right now, except he can't equip it, actually, because he's blanked out on the thing there, so that's not really good, is it, Drachma? How do you expect me to make you a better person in terms of accuracy if you can't even equip the damn thing? Can you equip the Skyseer goggles? No! Drachma, what the hell? Fine, give the rune to Vice. Like, come on now. I mean, I guess I could give it to Aika as well, but she's probably fine where she is right now. Just have her be as fast as possible, and that's the idea. Yes, an improvement from Vice the somewhat dependable, yeah. I guess at least we're competent now. That's good enough for me at the moment. Let's sell our information first before we go look around town, because we need that 1,000 gold bounty from not quite killing, maybe killing, possibly killing Baltor. So, yes, and I've made a discovery, and I've also killed Beltor, so yeah, that'll be good. Ah, there we go. So we'll get 1,000 gold for defeating him. There are other rewards, and usually better rewards for defeating the other bounty hunts there, but I believe most of them are exclusive to the Legends version of the game. Baltor, I think, was in the original, but some of them are exclusive to the Legends version of the game. And you can kind of think of those ones as not really the super bosses of the game, but the bonus challenges. They level up with you, unlike most things in the game, which are a fixed level. And they are generally very difficult no matter what, unless you, like, power level yourself to, like, the high 50s or low 60s or something ridiculous like that, so, where they stop leveling up with you. At a certain point, they will stop, but, yeah, that's probably not something we're going to be worrying about, because I probably won't get to that high of a level, so. Alright, well, there we go. We'll get a little bit of money for the guide stones. I forget if the reward is less if you buy information about them, but it's possible. So, and we have 2,500 gold, so that's good. And there we go. Looks like we don't got a whole lot else going on right now, except for this new bounty, Rupee of the Larso clan. That's the first of the Legends exclusive bosses, actually, right there. A Nasir pirate who attacks English non-Nasir airships. There you go. All right, well, we'll keep an eye out for that guy, but if I recall correctly, the reward for that one is okay, but not incredible. So we'll see. What I'm thinking is I might come back and do some of the, like, those bosses that are on the wanted list that are from the Legends version, like in the really late game when we're just about ready to be done with the game, basically. Because I think that'll give us a little bit of a... Almost like it'll give us enough of an advantage in battle to where it should be an interesting fight no matter what. Rather than doing them right away and then, like, dying over and over again, it seems like a better idea to come back to them when I'm more prepared, you know? Alright, well, we get a flying fish. Let's get rid of that, and that's it. Okay. But yeah, there's the Rizalum crystal. It'll fully revive your ally to maximum HP, which is nice because if it was a Risan crystal, it only gets you to 50% HP. And I think if I remember right, Risan, which is, or Risan, probably Risan, R-I-S-A-N. It's the level 1 version of this, but it doesn't have an 100% accuracy rate, if I remember right. It's like a life spell, but it can miss, which is really odd to me, but I guess whatever. It's fine. Alright, let's sell the Maraca shell. I'm going to keep the Revered Voice because it might come in handy in terms of the silence protection for somebody else. I don't think we'll need this since Drachma can't equip it. That means none of the other 4th characters can equip it either. This bomb, by the way, that we got in the battle can be used as an item in ship battles, so we'll hold on to that and try to use it in a little bit. But I think we're good on supplies for now. So now, let's go see... Our first priority will be seeing if the Mystery Merchant is still here, so we can get the Slayer's Ring. And then our second priority will be getting the Hook Hand for Drachma, because then he'll be even stronger. And also buying some extra armor. But is the merchant still here? He is! Perfect. Yeah, I don't remember when he moves, but I'm pretty sure he moves to different towns later on in the game, so... But we don't have to worry about that for right now. So let's take the Slayer Ring, and apparently Drachma can equip this, so that would be pretty nice. It's not going to improve his hit percentage all the way, but it will at the very least make him able to hit a little easier. It also kind of lowers his attack power, but that's okay. Yeah, I don't care about that. It's fine. His attack power being a little bit lower is not going to make or break him. He's already really strong as it is, so... yeah, let's equip it. There you go. And now... I mean, we could get one for Aka as well, but... Well, maybe it would be good because of the extra defense hit percentage will... And it gives her a quick boost as well, so maybe that wouldn't be a bad investment. Let me go look at what's available at the shop first, the weapon shop. And then I'll think about it after that, because the weapon shop will be here forever. I don't know if the merchant's going to move, so... And incidentally, we might want to wait anyway on getting weapons until we get the Valua, because then we can, you know, spend our hard-earned cash on that, so... Whereas the Slayer's Ring, yeah, we won't get anything like that otherwise, so... Accessories are kind of hard to come by in the early game, in case that wasn't obvious. So the hook hand is it'll make up for the attack power he just lost, basically, if I buy it. So, yeah. He's too old for that stuff. There you go. Hey, Marie, how's it going? Welcome. See, I'm buying from a mystery merchant right as you get here. That can't be good. Well, he has some pretty good stuff, actually. He's got some of the better accessories we can buy at this point, so it worked out pretty nicely. This weapon modification, I mean, it's extra attack power, but I guess it would be okay for Eika because it would make her a little stronger. But again, she's usually not the one using physical attack. She's using Alpha. I mean, I guess Alpha Storm could be based on her physical attack. I don't remember what it's based off of, but, well, anyway. Actually, I'm going to buy the hook hand, and then I think I can buy the Slayer's Ring as well after that, because I think it's only 1,010, so that'll leave us... Yeah, we'll have just barely enough to buy it after that, so let's do this. And then we'll buy another Slayer's Ring after that. And there we go. And we can even sell the old artificial arm as well if Drachma's not too attached to it, god damn it. That's... more puns, apparently. All the puns today. There you go. It sells for a decent chunk, though. Almost 200 gold. That's pretty good. And also the black eye patch, because we won't need that. So there you go. But yeah, keep that revered voice. We might need that for something. Because it's a pretty good drop we got. Good news. You were swamped for about 2 hours having people try to snipe you from other prospective jobs. No offers, but we're making progress. That's good. That sounds good, then. Glad to hear that, because it's a lot more progress than it was on the previous day. That's for sure. Sir, please put the bear trap back in your mouth. I don't need to see that. Alright, let's go buy another Slayer's Ring for Eika, and then we'll be good. We'll be really solid on accessories at that point. Probably won't need to get more accessories for quite a while. So. Hello, sir. I've decided I would like another Slayer's Ring if you would be so kind as to sell it. And again, you could buy Crystalla's boxes if you want at this point, but Eika's going to be getting Crystalla's pretty soon, so I'm not really too concerned about it. Alright, there we go. And that will go to you, young lady, because that'll even give you a little bit more extra quick on top of the flash ribbon that you already had. So, now she's even faster. My eventual plan for Eika's accessory, there's an item that you can get later on that doesn't give any stat bonuses, but it increases the SP gains that you get at the end of each turn. And she's the only party member that we get... Actually, she's one of only 2 party members that we get that has 100% or more accuracy on all of her weapons. So, yeah, she's going to be a good candidate for that just because of the fact that she doesn't need the extra accuracy. Like, Vice will always need the accuracy, Drachma will always need the accuracy, but Eika doesn't need it, so... I mean, it'll suck not giving her a little bit of extra stats, but the extra SP will more than make up for it, so... Excuse me. Alright, well, we spent all of our hard-earned cash. Let's see if there's anything to the ship shop that I want, and then after that we'll try to head towards Valua. So. Don't you love being broke at the start of a JRPG, showing how much you're going to need to survive in this game's economy? Yeah, and I think this game's economy... I'm trying to remember later in the game, but I think there's a decent chunk of stuff that you can purchase, so... Oh, we can't buy anything from this guy for now. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this game's economy is pretty solid. Like, you end up spending most of the money that you get, I think. I think you spend more money near the end game if you recruit a specific person to be your blacksmith. There's a whole thing about recruiting a blacksmith later on in the game because, well, we're sailing around. We're going to need a blacksmith and, you know, to come back to at different ports. We can't just expect every old blacksmith to help us out, but... Yeah, okay, here we go. I guess that wasn't too far away from where we were going anyway, so... Okay, well, actually, I have one. There you go. It'd be funny if it still had that Nazarad merchant's portrait on it, and he'd be like, wait a minute, you don't look 75 years old. Oh, boy. Yeah, I mean, we didn't get blown out of the sky immediately, so I'll take that as a victory. Oh, you meant like Etrian Odyssey 3. You totally only went with the newbie-friendly comp of 5 people and barely had enough to gear up at the start. Yeah, I could see that being a bit of a problem. Had to grind until your party was very overleveled for the start to get enough for basic gear and supplies, yeah. That happens in some JRPGs. Sometimes, especially if they're more classically oriented, the grind in the beginning is like almost like a trope, basically, so. Whoa! Flash warning. Good lord. Oh. Yeah, that could be a bit of a problem. I mean, the passport made it easy to get here, but the fortress, maybe not. Oh, okay. Yeah, unfortunately, the currents of the air won't allow ships to fly over the mountains, so the Valuans direct everybody through this big, fat wall in the way, so. Fantastic. Let me guess. It didn't make it through, did it? They didn't, rather. Wow. That's pretty good. Oh, and it articulates. Fantastic. They did a... Yeah, can you tell that the Empire is pretty high technology in this game? By comparison to most of the rest of us out here. Then again, isn't the Empire always the high technology people in any of these JRPGs? It's usually how it goes. I was gonna say, you opened all that for one dinky little ship? Good lord. I think we should get in there, though, before they close the gates again. It's like red light, green light here or something. Oh, well then yeah, we should definitely get in there, because if it's only open once a day... Yeah. Yeah, that could be a bit of a problem. I don't think I want to take that thing on in a ship battle. Well, we'll have to be the first, won't we? Oh, they just never made it that far? You're saying there's a chance. Oh, okay. Well, that's not an escape. Play dead and then get thrown off onto the ship? It was fun because you spent so damn much going to the inn to rest up after fucking lynxes tore your limbs off. Sounds like a ton of fun. You thought this was a Dreamcast game. Oh, it was. Now it's a GameCube game. Which Empire, Arcadia or the one from Star Wars? Yes. The answer to your question is yes.
Let's go.
Well, I like your attitude, Vice. You're very... no nonsense. I'm gonna do it anyway. Damn the consequences. Well, maybe not damn the consequences, but damn the expectations. Even if it isn't realistic, we will do the best we can to make it happen. Fuck, you were hoping I wouldn't say that. Oh, it just... the opportunity presented itself, so... it just felt right in the moment. Well, we're in. That was a little easier than I expected it to be, considering we're already inside of the evil Empire's base of operations. But something tells me it's going to be a little harder to get to these two than just sailing through the front door. Oh good, the admirals are here. Fantastic. So who are going to be the minor villains across the game? Well, we already know one of them. So, yeah, and he's sitting right there, as it turns out. And then there's the other four, along with Galcian and Ramirez themselves. 7 villains, so 7 parts to the story? Something like that. Oh, yeah, they mentioned that when they captured Fina, that, yeah, she was a citizen of the Silver Civilization, so... that's not good. Yeah, and then you let her slip through your fingers, you jackass. Seriously, is anyone gonna believe this guy? So this seems like the old war general guy. He's been around forever, and he just knows everything, you know. But yeah, so we know Alfonso. He was the first admiral. I don't think that the first, second, third, fourth, fifth thing determines their rank. I think it's just like, here they are in order that you'll fight them. Well, no, not necessarily, but here they are in order of sight. So, you mean the Judge Magisters? I will not apologize for that. No, that's fine. I mean, they kind of serve a similar role, honestly, in the story. So there you go. But this is Gregorio. He's your second admiral. And here's Vigoro, your third admiral. Apparently he's a womanizer. That's just great. I was kind of hoping we'd get a little bit more of a voice clip from this guy, because he's probably the only voice actor you'll recognize out of anyone in this game. Most of them are kind of one-off people, but he is voiced by a very particular and very prolific voice actor. We'll talk more about that later when he becomes more relevant to the plot, but apparently he's a very womanizing person. Yeah. Unlike this lady, who is important enough in the game to not have squared off boobs. Fantastic. She's the fourth admiral, Beleza. Beleza? I don't know, something like that. Attention, duelists. My hair gives me super strength. Similar role. Which one doesn't get to do anything like Judge Zecht? We've seen him already on screen, but we'll get there. And then there's this guy, the fifth admiral of the Armada, De Loco. The mad scientists always get to do something in these games, don't they? So we know it's not this guy. And with a face like that, yeah, he'll have a role, that's for sure. Oh boy. Okay. Ally, he says in deep, bolded quotes. But yeah, apparently there's a crystal for each of the moons. So there's one for the red moon, one for the silver moon, one for the yellow moon, etc., etc. And apparently they want to gather them for some reason that is probably evil. So. Oh, he knew about them. Yep, there you go. What's the Despicable Me villain doing here? That's a good question. Oh, he's sending him to Ixataka? Oh, good lord. You're a terrible lot. This is what I mean. Who's gonna believe this little shit? Apparently not Galcian. At least he's putting him in his place. So, wah wah. Good. As they should. I'm just glad that they were like, nah, he's an asshole. We don't need to be like, oh, we'll lie for him. No, he's just a jackass. Let's just throw him under the bus. It's great. It's kind of like the whole exiling him, well, not exiling him, but having him report to Ixataka as a punishment thing. It's kind of like a, well, we're going to send you up the Congo River type of a deal, basically, from, like, really old-timey ship sailing times, like, way back. Like, I guess back in, you know, like, when the colonization rush was a big thing. It's like, oh, we're going to send you up the Congo River. It's like, no! Anything but that, because they didn't like black people back then, and they're terrible for it! Anyway, this conversation took a turn, so let's keep going. Alright, anyway. There's your admirals. Will we get to fight them right now? No, probably not, but they will be a defining force across the game, so there you go. It's very wide, yeah. And it looks like how the other half lives as well, because there's one side that looks like New York City, and the other side that looks like Sector 7. So that's just great. Oh, okay, yeah, so it's kind of almost like Garlemald took notes for this place, honestly. It's like, hey, you know how there's a thunderstorm surrounding the place all the time? That sounds like a cool thing to do. I mean, that could have just been a trope, honestly, for empires in games like this, but there you go. You'll fight each at the end of a chapter, and then return to Rogueport. Yeah, there you go. Something like that. And, yeah, so on the left side is Disney World, aka the Upper City, where all of the rich people live. Oh, good. Class warfare and class definition that is eerily similar to certain things in real life. Fantastic. Yeah, so the really rich will live there. And the less rich, as in not the ones with more money than God, live over there. Well, it's not, but they're an empire. What do you expect, Aka? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, probably landing a ship like this in the upper city would get us, like, not killed or anything, but they'd probably turn their noses at us, and that would summon the guard on us, so, you know. Yeah, oh, hey, it's Midgar from Final Fantasy VII. Well, you're not wrong. Yeah, this place looks dingy. Actually, I'm kind of reminded a little bit of like a more mechanical looking Vagrant Story. Looking at it. It's got the same sort of like lighting type of a deal as some of the stuff in Vagrant Story. Although Vagrant Story itself is an interesting game. Might have to play that one for the stream eventually as well because nobody talks about it and it's pretty good, so. From what I've played, I haven't finished it, but if I played a little bit of it, and it's pretty good. It is kind of a trope, to be honest, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. You mean the people who wouldn't be satisfied with all the riches in heaven? Yeah, those people. They're the ones that live in Upper City, yep. I also like the music here. It feels very much like a run-down, hopeless type of a song, and it's very appropriate for the city, so. Yeah, you've probably been here before, haven't you, so. Oh, you already bought it. Okay, great. He didn't waste any time going and getting that thing, did he? Okay, sounds like a plan. Well, I'm glad he's not going to abandon us again. Yeah, give me the niche games. There you go. You'd absolutely be here for that, yeah. I'd be here for it too, so like I said, we might have to do that at some point. It's going to be a little odd playing it, though. I have it on an emulator at the moment, and I would need to switch around the controls a little bit because it's got that whole Japanese RPG thing going on where the X button to confirm is on the circle button, because apparently in Japan the circle button to confirm is like a lot more common, and they switch it when they port it over to the US. But Vagrant Story didn't do that in its US release, and I would get really confused by that, so I'm probably going to have to switch that. But we'll get there. And I would assume that fancy castle over there is the capital, where all of the generals and stuff live. It is really dark here. I don't know how dark it is on the screen for everybody else, but it's really dark on my screen. So. Yeah, alright, Barrett, me and Tifa will go this way. Yeah, there you go. Or that one place from the Get Backers, the Invincible Fortress. Literal upper areas of that place are called Babylon, I think. The wealthiest and the most arrogant live up there. It's Silent Hill kind of dark for you? Yeah, that's about right. Oh, Huskras. Yeah, that's what these little guys are called. They're cute. I like them. Would you call that lucky? I mean, I'm not saying their lives are hard. I'm saying that their lives are governed by the expectations of literally everyone around them, and one false move will get them sent directly over here with the rest of you, where they will die a slow and painful death of starvation and dehydration, generally bad things. So, I'm not saying you should feel bad for them. I am saying that they will have a very high chance of becoming one of you one day, whereas you have basically no chance of becoming them. Sorry. Guess I'm a bit of an asshole, aren't I? Oh well. Anyway, it looks like we can go up and around here a little bit. So let's check out the places here, see if there's any shops or anything. Oh, there is a shop right here. Yeah, this guy's always the weapons and armor merchant, from what I understand. Those are very bright. Holy crap. Maybe it's just because I'm used to the dark city, and now these are really, really bright. Yeah, it is. A friend of yours recently played Silent Hill 1 to 3, and man, that was a trip. 1 was plain spooky, 2 was sad. And I think if I remember right, we have the HD collection, but I heard some bad things about the HD collection, like because they removed the fog in it, so it kind of reduces the ambience of the game down a little bit as a result of removing the fog. So, excuse me. Okay, so we got a few things here. It's a good thing I already bought the hook hand because, well, it's already equipped. And then we have the value orang, which Aka could buy if I had a little more money. You also have value in armor. The Lover's Ring increases magic defense and will. So probably the Lover's Ring would be a better option for a magic caster. We'll probably want to get that instead of the Revered Voice, actually. The Mage's Bane increases attack defense, will, and magic defense. That's not bad. And then the Gem of Purity, which it protects the bearer, boosts defense and resistance to adverse effects. This is actually the first of 3, if I recall correctly, quote-unquote, 4th character only gems. It's Drachma and one other character later on in the game are the only people that can equip these gems. And they usually basically boost their resistance to all status ailments by a certain amount. In this case, it's a low amount, probably about 25% resistance, and then it goes like 25, 50, 75. It's not 100%, because that would be pretty busted, but it's like 25% from what I understand. So probably I'll want to keep this in mind for Drachma, because we'll want to get the Lover's Ring, the Valuable Ring, and the Gem of Purity at some point here, if possible. As a matter of fact, I can get the Gem of Purity right now if I sell that Revered Voice, because the Lover's Ring will be more valuable to us than the Revered Voice. I mean, it protects against silence and purple magic, but the Lover's Ring gives a little extra damage, which might be more useful. Let me see again. Yeah, I think it'll be more valuable to us, but plus 12 is pretty nice. So let's sell this. And then, well, we won't buy the Lover's Ring yet. Or, well, maybe we will. Because, I mean, the Gem of Purity is okay, but I just got him a Slayer's Ring, so maybe I should keep that, and then later on in the game I can get rid of the Slayer's Ring and get one of these other gems. So I guess we'll just buy the Lover's Ring for now. We'll get a Value Ring later, and then there's Value in Armor, which we might want to get as well at some point. I do not want to equip these to either of them. Can I leave? Yes, I can. Okay, good. And there's armor, and then there's the Value Ring. Okay. Well, we got a little bit of money we need to get in order to buy those things, but we'll get there. Again, you need to stop with the bear trap, sir. And this lady's the item shop. Okay, there you go. This is probably the ship shop right here, but, well, they're not open yet, so. Actually, he's probably helping Drachma with the harpoon cannon, isn't he? So that's why he's not in the shop. Okay, that makes sense. I always wondered why they weren't here when you first got here, but actually, no, that makes perfect sense now. Damn, this game has some attention to detail. Holy hell. Let's see. Is this a door? Okay, huh. Well, maybe there's a way to get in from someplace else. Let's see. 3 was cool. Revenge halfway in. You have no clue what to buy until getting stopped in progress. Stat ups till then. Yeah, there you go. That pretty much, that makes sense to me. Just get stat ups until we get stopped, and then we can move from there, you know. This is the inn, so this is where we're going to meet up after we talk to people around town, I think. Usually there's a specific person you talk to, and then that'll let you advance the story. So that's where we just walked in from. Hey there. Right, exactly. And that sucks, and we should make a change by telling Valua to screw off. Something tells me it won't be nearly that simple. So the fence is there. Maybe we come in from a different direction? Or maybe I just go down and around over here. I don't know. I guess we can find out. Your husband? What does he look like? No, I'll keep an eye out for him. No promises, but I might find something. Oh, okay, so this lets us pop down here. All right. I'm going to check over here real quick just to see if there's like a passage into that chain link fence, which might be right here, actually. Yeah, there we go. And what's in here? Some more Sacred crystals. Okay, cool. That is good, because those will be useful to have. Not necessarily now, but, well, we're getting to that point pretty soon where Sacred crystals might be a little bit less than stellar, because we're at, like, almost level 10, and we've already got practically 1,000 HP, if not more. Drachma's got 2,000 he's sitting on there. So, we'll need the extra help from Sacred crystals eventually. HP gains slow down later on, though. You get a lot of HP in the early game, from what I remember, and then it slows down as you level up. So, or maybe I just don't level up enough to get a ton of it, and it'll actually go really high by the end game. I don't know. Well, it's good to see that some people still have hope despite being down here, because places like this are usually pretty despondent and devoid of hope. So it's good to see people still being able to have hope, you know? Hey, kid, what's going on? You know, it's not really good to pick your nose like that all the time. You could cause a bit of a capillary bleed if you're at that too long. Well, we're looking for a fancy weapon, and we found it, so that's what we're getting installed, and then we're leaving. Aka just tells it like it is, man. She don't give a shit. Damn. Throwing Vice under the bus again. I mean, it looks like you already got into a fight, Marco. What's with the bandage? Uh-huh. Well, we haven't been here long, so that's why we don't know you. Boy. He called him boy. Why would you want to antagonize this kid? What if he's like a member of the resistance or something and he just tells his friends like, no, these guys were assholes. Don't let them join the resistance. How else are we going to get into the city proper to, you know, rescue Fina and all them? Oh, okay, fair enough. Sorry. This is the bar, huh? Alright, well, I guess that's why they're tired. I would think that they'd let you retire, considering how old you look, but then again, you live in the lower city, so I don't think they care about that. Something tells me Value is one of those places where if you don't have enough money, they just keep you working until you fall over dead, and then they just replace you like a drone. Not good. Not good at all. Oh, at the Coliseum, huh? That's not good. Well, it's a good thing we got here when we did, because, good lord. Otherwise, we'd have gotten here and been like, ah, they're already dead. Well, great. Yeah, if only Fire Emblem played like that, yeah. That might help a few things, yeah. Yeah, that's not very cool of them. Especially when they're people we know. Alright, I think that's the information we needed to go to the inn, but I'm gonna go check over past Marco and see if he'll let me go past. I don't think so. Oh, he did. Okay. I think. Oh, I see. This is an elevator. Okay, that makes sense. So now we can head to the even lower city. Fantastic. Yeah, I forget where the, hey, go back to the inn thing is, but you get a full heal, basically, before you move to the next section, so. Yeah, like I said, not good. Right. And that's a bit of a problem. I mean, I guess it's... I don't want to say it's better than them lying to you and saying you have a chance of eventually getting to the upper city, because then that'd just be... salt to add, fuel to add to the fire, but like, good lord. Hey kid, what you drawing? Well, yeah, that's why they're all so fat! Oh. Yeah, no, you wouldn't chip your teeth on white bread. See, now I feel bad for saying that, because good lord. Can you imagine eating stale, disgusting, like, old bread, possibly to the point of being moldy? This is the inn, actually. So I guess this is where we're gonna meet back up with Drac when we... So what was that other room? Was that like a barracks room? Now I want to go back and find out. Hang on. Hit that up. There we go. It'd be kind of funny, though, if I go back to the other spot and it's just like, okay, we're moving on with the story. Yes, the lower city, Maltea, exactly. Lower and we'll just keep going lower. And hello, Motea, how you doing? Welcome back. Playing some Skies of Arcadia today. I keep forgetting if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. If it's just Multi, just let me know. But I don't know, it seems like a multi-head to me, but if it's multi, just let me know. But welcome back, that's the point I'm getting at. So, oh my god, that light should not have been directly in everybody's faces. Almost blinded me, and I'm all the way over here. This place sucks. I can't wait to burn the Empire to the ground, yeah. Okay, this is the Hope House, okay. So which one was the barracks? The one up there was the weapons shop. Maybe it's this one. No, it's not this one. Let's see. Is it this one? No, this is the weapons shop, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm confused, obviously. It do be pronounced multi? Okay, so I'll remember that for now. So it's multi. Got it. Got it. Hopefully I remember that one. Sometimes it takes me a little while with names to get used to them, so I apologize if I forget again, but I will try to remember it's multi. Yeah, so this looks like a barracks room, basically. So like a community rest stop. Well, I guess when you live in a place like this, you might not have your own house to sleep in, so... Yeah, it would definitely make sense to have a community house. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's go past Marco again and go to the lower city. You wanted to burn that one place in Shadowbringers to the ground, and we know how that ended. Yeah, about that. Oh, we'll get there eventually. Cole and I are still kind of in the planning phase with that one. I pretty much know what quests I'm going to do when we play Shadowbringers for the stream, but there's a possibility that I may not play Endwalker after Shadowbringers, which means we're going to have to do some custom fancy-dancy bullshit to, like, end the game at Shadowbringers. And I mean, like, definitively end. Like, every character that is a major character gets an ending that we will have to custom create. And that means Cole might have to do some custom art for me that I'll pay him for. We got a whole plan for it. It's going to be a big fancy thing, so we'll see. What's this say? Anything? It's too faded out to read. Oh, maybe not. Value in Imperial Steel Mill. Oh. Yeah, I guess it would smell funny for it being a steel mill. Oh, there's a ladder here. Okay. You cannot read loud enough to fucking show your frustrations. Oh, we will articulate both of our frustrations, I'm sure, when we get to Shadowbringers, because I know you and I have a few things to say. So, yeah, God, this place is a fucking dump. Good lord, I know these people don't have a choice, but yeah. Oh, just do the fucking level 80 job quests, free happy endings. Yeah, those are going to be some of the last quests that I do for the stream, so... It's just a matter of some unresolved plot threads that will have to be resolved, because even if you do patch 5.3 story in Shadowbringers, I hope I'm not spoiling this for too many people who are playing 14, but even if you do patch 5.3 story in Shadowbringers, they do that thing now where a lot of TV shows do, where in the last 5 minutes they show the preview for the next episode because they're afraid your attention span will wane before the next patch comes out. Instead of just wrapping everything up neatly, they say, no, we have to hint at a vague thing that'll happen next time. It's like, no, listen, just wrap it all up, wrap up the story at this point. People will come back and they'll keep playing, and then you can tell all this stuff. Like, just, and I mean, I guess I could just skip that cutscene, but I don't know. Fuck, I hated that in TV. Well, you're gonna hate it in Shadowbringers too. Yeah, on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. See, it's not even like that, though, Cefico. It's like, imagine Dragon Ball Z, except they took that preview and stuck it inside of the episode. Like, they don't fade out and say, you know, they don't fade out like they usually do at the end of an episode and then have the preview. The preview just happens right there while the characters are still staring at each other. It just, like, flashes through all the events that are happening, and then it just fades out after that. So it's, I don't know. I'm not a fan. I guess it's subjective, but I'm not a fan. So anyway, let's talk to this gentleman who's been bobbing back and forth in front of me for a minute now. Yeah, I don't know if I'd call that pleasurable. I kind of understand this opinion, though, because misery loves company, but I don't know if I'd feel okay about watching an execution happen directly in front of me, you know? I don't know. My circumstances aren't in the circumstances that these people have, though, so I could be, you know, just saying that, and I'd feel the same way as they do from being in a place as despondent as this, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm pretty sure we have to explore the whole city here, because I think something happens with Marco or something like that. And we find out some information after, at a certain point here. I don't remember where. But once we get that information, then we can go to the inn. I think. I could be wrong, but I think. So. Manhole cover. I can't interact with it at the moment, though. Alright, well, nothing, so let's go to the end since nobody had anything to say here. Yeah, oh, they interrupt the current programming. That's a no-no. Yeah, that's what I said. They basically, and they interrupt the current programming, and it's like a happy ending for people, and they're like, everything is gonna be fine, and then they interrupt it, and they're like, no, here's this thing that's gonna be happening next time that we're telling you now because we're afraid your attention span won't be high enough to wait the extra little bit to get it next time. I don't know. I'm talking a lot of shit. I don't need to talk this much shit. We'll get to it when I actually have an excuse to talk that much shit, aka when we're playing the game. For now, let's play a game that I enjoy more. This one. For the next 15 minutes until I decide to call it a day. I don't know, I might play for a little longer today just because we had that incident earlier where I had to run out to the restroom. So I might play for until like 7:30 to kind of... I was thinking play for like 2 hours and 40 minutes an episode for this game, but I might extend it out to 3 hours now just because I had to run to the restroom for about 20 minutes. So... And you think, therefore you are. Yeah, something like that. Your attention span sucks and you hated that. I think most people do. It's just that they have like these weird focus groups that'll tell them, I think they have these weird focus groups that'll tell them, yeah, you should do this because it's a good idea. And then everybody does the same thing because they're like, oh, it worked for these guys. So, do I want to stay the night now? Actually, hold on a second. Let me, I guess window shopping. Yeah, I'm looking for my friend who's supposed to meet me here, but I forget if I have to stay the night or if I have to just go in here and wait for him. I don't quite recall. Oh, okay. There's a spot up here, but no moonfish, huh? Okay. Well, back we go. I have been through some shit today. We almost got killed by a giant whale. I got seasickness after the fact. Like, literal seasickness. And then we end up here after all of that shit, so... Focus groups aren't even that great. You almost got a job being in them, but that's a fucking ripoff. Yeah, probably. Alright, I'm gonna stay the night. I forget if... Excuse me. Oh, yeah, okay. So there you go. I'll be knocking on your door with a knife. Okay, so this basically just stay at the inn once you've chatted with a few people. I think it's just meet Marco and then you can stay at the inn, which is required because you have to meet Marco in order to even get on this screen, but there you go. Yeah, but I don't think you're going to get one of those here, Aka, if I'm honest, so... It's true, we haven't really had much time to relax, so... Yeah, I mean, especially considering the fact that they're going to be executed tomorrow. I don't know how much we should actually be sleeping, but, you know. Anybody notice the scar that Vice has on that eye there? Maybe you should have goggles on both to try to, like, protect that. Well, remember it for later. I think it's something that they talk about in the plot at some point, but I forget. He definitely shouldn't have something like that there, though, normally. He's not old enough to have crow's feet. Ma'am, there are no Pokemon in your inn. Bad Yelp review. Yeah, I need some moonfish, ma'am. I need to feed the bird. He needs to be big and strong. You can earn up to $750 a week. What's the average? You can earn up to $750 a week. Okay, goodbye. Yeah, they'll be fine. They're just dying tomorrow. What's the rush? Yeah, you know, it's an RPG, so usually that's not much of a rush. They die only if you fail to get there, and that's because you die, so it's a game over, and you can reset and try again, so. It's true. Apparently a few nights have passed since we got on the Little Jack, so. Yeah, compared to the Albatross. Wah, wah. Speak of the man and he will appear. What's up, Drachma? No, I think it's fine. It's just loud. Oh, okay, well, fair enough. Please don't kick me off. We need to leave this city with the people that we're rescuing. Yeah, that is a bit of a problem, isn't it? So we just need to figure out how to get in there and then get them out of there, huh? Just gonna, yeah, have me do a swashbuckler rating decision. Well, trying to save everyone right now probably isn't a good idea because we're all tired and everything like that, so we don't want to rush off and get ourselves murdered. I don't know doesn't seem like a good option, so let's try to sneak into the Colosseum because that's the most smart thing to do. I mean, obviously, if we sneak in, we can pretend like we're getting executed or something and then help them mutiny and break out, or I don't know, something to that effect. Yep, there you go. Hopefully security on the prisoners' part will be a little bit lighter because they'll all be up trying to keep the people from doing crazy shit in the crowds, and that should make it a little easier for us to get in, I think. You think that's loud? Wait till he snores. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Shing, good choice. Yep, like I said, when you make the correct choice, what the game thinks is the correct choice, you'll get that sound effect and your swashbuckler rating will go up, so then you can get a title. I didn't mention before, titles give you very small bonuses to certain stats. So, like, the higher your rating goes currently right now, the more... I think it gives you a small boost to your attack vices, specifically. Attack power and hit percentage. Maybe dodge percentage as well. I don't remember exactly, but it gives you a small boost, basically. It's nothing too important, but it's nice to have, I guess, so... Yeah, because they're probably all on high alert right now because the Colosseum hasn't started its battle yet. But once they're not on high alert, it'll make it a little easier, so... Yep, we'll just have to rush out the door first thing in the morning and make sure we pay that lady before she comes after me. With a knife. That's true, too. They don't know we're here yet, so... Maybe we should stop talking about it before somebody spies on us from the window. Like that. Oh boy. I think I've seen that guy before. Yeah, that would be nice. Let's go. Boost me up, Aika. Wow, she's pretty good at boosting me up. Holy crap. What was she eating? She's got cannons for arms. Okay, here we go. I think you have to run after him, but I think it's scripted. So basically, like, you just... Yeah, you just run to the arrows. I think you can make a decision on certain arrows at certain points, but just follow him and usually you're fine, so... Alright, there we go. And we can drop down on top of him before he escapes to the sewers. That's what it looks like. Oh wow, he got it open. Man, kid must have cannons for arms too. Yoink! Damn, and I thought I was being mean calling you little. I love that face. If it wasn't for the fact that we already got Rocknum for the thumbnail, I might make this the thumbnail. Because that's pretty good. Oh boy. He was Naruto running, yeah. Called it. Yeah, Marco's a little shit, as it turns out. What are you gonna do? Turn me into the authorities? Why? Where were you going? Ow. You said put me down, so I figured I'd just do it as fast as possible. We're still throwing him under the bus, no matter what. Damn. Better watch. She has a boomerang, kid. She knows how to use it. And why would you want to do that? What do you think that's going to do for you? Oh my god. Wait, hang on. He has a plan. Maybe. Maybe he has a plan. Unless the kid's calling his bluff, which is actually kind of cool of him, because that's way more badass than he deserves. Damn. Oh boy. So, yeah, is that a sewer cover? Like I think it is? Because we don't have sewers where we're from, so, you know. We're a little bit lower maintenance. Oh, the catacombs, okay. You live in the sewer? Do you happen to live with a rat and 4 giant turtles by any chance? I mean, he did say even the rats wouldn't miss him, but I think Master Splinter would disagree. Oh. Yeah, we actually are going to sneak into the Colosseum. We have to save our friends, so... Apparently the catacombs will help us get there. No, just really, really desperate. Yeah, that's the reason why you're still here, Marco, because you just give up and go home. So... Yeah, we gotta go help our friends. They're stuck in the thing, so... I mean, sometimes it is a good idea to turn around when there's a storm coming. Look at Rocknum, but... Oh my god. What if his mom is dead, though, Vice? Good lord. You don't know this kid. Well, he's right. It's just sometimes it's really hard work, like Marco's situation, so... Yeah, there you go. The point is, don't give in to despair, kid. I mean, I know this place is very, very despair-full, but, you know... Remember the lesson that I gave you today, kid, because, well, you know, it's kind of important. Oh. Damn. Something tells me they're still bluffing. They're not actually. I still love that face. That's great. But I guess we're taking him with us. Is he our prisoner now? We really are pirates. Good lord. But yeah, so you get a full heal. I forget if they take the money out of your pocket or if Drachma just pays for it with his invisible pocket that he used to buy the harpoon cannon, but there you go. Oh, they were soft warm beds? Well, that's surprising considering where we are, but... I mean, it's just Valua. It's always an omen. Well, anyway. Let's see what we can do then. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the situation we're in at this point, but hopefully we'll all get home. We will look for a way to have that happen, or we'll die. Fantastic. Yeah, this game isn't exactly... I mean, it's pretty anime in a lot of the things that it does, but it gets a little real in some cases. It's like, no, I mean, we're probably gonna... We talk about it like we're gonna kill this kid, and in addition to that... We're probably all going to die if, you know, by the end of this. I mean, obviously, you know, it's like, okay, wait a minute, no, we're going to be fine. We'll make it out, but the characters don't know that in the moment, you know, so. Anyway, let's head back down to the sewers and see what we can find in the catacombs. I might actually take a look around and get a little bit of cash together so we can come out of there and buy a few upgrades. And then after we buy the few upgrades, I will probably... come back out and... Or no, I'll go to the inn and save, and then we'll call it a day. So, maybe. It depends on how much money we get in each of the battles down here, so we'll see. Alright, Marie, take it easy. Go take a nap. Get yourself some rest. We will be at it for probably about another 15 minutes, and then we'll call it a day ourselves. Alright. Let's head inside. Because I'm pretty sure you can come back out of here. Yeah, there's a ladder, so we should be able to come out of here. Damn, and here I thought I was never going to see a sewer level again after Digital Devil Saga 1. But here we are. In the catacombs. So let's just take a quick look around and hopefully, yeah, make it so the camera pans behind us because I could use the help. Damn. Even the chandeliers down here look like spiders. This place is a bit of a hellhole. It's got gross green water running through it. Definitely a sewer. Not Garum Scythe Waterway, that's for sure. Of course, that place should look like a sewer considering what's under the water. Anyway, we'll worry about that when we get to it. For now, we got Syrats and a Drownog, which is a slime. It's green, so I would imagine we can use red on that pretty good. I might use Pyre, actually, because I could still use the purple weapon experience, but or maybe I'll just use Alpha Storm. I don't know. I'll just attack and use Alpha Storm. I think that'll be fine. Let's aim at this guy because he's kind of in the middle of the pack. Yeah, see, now that we got a different arm for Drachma, it's going to be a lot easier to see what weapon color he's using. So there you go. I know I'm doing the thing that I said I shouldn't do where I'm attacking with the same color as the enemies, but yeah, these little guys are pretty easy to kill, so excuse me. Apparently they know Electri, though, so that's interesting. Electri and most yellow magic is line AoE based, so it's exactly the same as Alpha Storm. It will deal damage in a line. I think the line for Alpha Storm is a little bit larger, though, than Electri. I think the later yellow element attacks are more are larger line AoEs. Incidentally, I haven't talked about blue magic a whole lot just yet, and that's because it's bad. But anyway, blue magic in this game it's not great, honestly. Like, I know I just said it as a joke, but it actually isn't that great. The offensive spells in the blue magic line allow you to use circle AoE magic, so it hits every enemy in a radius around that enemy. And sometimes that's nice, especially if the enemies are resistant to red element attacks, but usually in those cases you just use, like, Crystalli or Crystallis or something like that. Crystales, that's how it's pronounced. How much money did we get from that fight? Oh, an okay amount. Alright. Gonna need about 1,000 before we head back out of here, so let's see how much we can get before we leave. Oh, great. Now I gotta wade through this. Oh, it's over my ankles. Oh, God. I'm gonna barf. No, it's fine. Just... It makes a weird sound effect, too. Not my favorite place to be, that's for sure, this place. But let's take a look around anyway and see if we can find some treasure that might get us a little bit of extra dosh to throw around. Or we'll find a save point and then I'll decide, you know what, we'll wait and then we'll leave after that, so... I don't know. We'll see what happens. And same deal as before, just hit them up with Alpha Storm and see if we can pick off the stragglers after that. Thankfully, Eika went first this time, so the enemies shouldn't have moved too much. Yeah, there you go. And now she can murder all of them without using a single point of MP. Do you see why magic sometimes gets overlooked in this game, though, when you have options like that? Like, it's good before you get options like that, but you usually get options like that very quickly, and so then you don't have to worry about using magic for offense as much. So... Alright, but Eika got Crystales, sorry, I'm going to say it the wrong way a few times before I get it right, apparently. But now that we have Crystales and she has 7 MP to use it, that should help us out quite a bit. We can switch over to other magic, like blue magic, so, for her. We'll see. I think if I recall correctly, the encounter rate for the Legends version of the game specifically was lowered. I think in the Dreamcast version, the encounter rate was like really high, which would allow you to have a lot of money to buy stuff for, but yeah, I think it was lowered for this particular release, so I mean, it's fine. It doesn't really matter to me too much until it gets annoying, but I don't know when it'll get annoying. We'll see. Let's see. So we got a green guy, Mind Stealer. I don't like that. And then Basilish, something like that. I mean, I'm just going to Alpha Storm them, but they're red, so that might not do me too much good. I guess now would be a good time to have blue element attacks, wouldn't it? So let's start working on that. and take out a few of the stragglers while we're at it. Let's see if Alpha Storm does anything. It'll probably do something to the Mind Stealer at the very least, so... And then we'll attack him as well, just to see if we can get him off the field. It's kind of funny, though, because... oh, okay, the Basilisks are pretty weak. Alright, cool. It's kind of funny, though, because in regular battles, in a lot of cases, Aka is going to be the one that's using most of the SP attacks. Whereas in boss battles, it almost completely switches. Aka will be using a little bit of SP, but not a ton. And Vice will be your main SP user in regular battles, so... Because he's got the single target moves. And, I mean, Drachma has single target moves, too, but Vices are usually... less SP intensive and more reliable in terms of their damage, so... Ow. So is this like a rabbit fish type of a dealie? It's kind of what it looks like. Alright, not bad. I like how Aka's boomerangs glow with the elements, though. Like, the blue element in particular looks pretty cool when it's glowing with that, so... I like it. Maybe I should switch Drachma specifically to green so he can work on getting that. Although, it gives the green experience to everybody then. It's just, it gives it, like, it would give us 1+1, basically, instead of the 4 that we got from this battle for having 3 blues plus 1. So maybe I'll just wait until I'm done with getting... the first spell, if I remember right, in the blue magic list is Weavely, something like that. So we'll get that first for probably Vice and for Aka, and then we'll move from there. There's a buff in the blue line skill tree that's kind of okay as well, but it's... I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of the blue spells, if I'm honest, so... Actually, I think an Alpha Storm and then an attack from each of these two should do enough to kill these guys, so... Now stand in a line for me, please! There you go. Okay, well, the one was guarding, so that probably won't help too much, but we should be able to get rid of one of them. As long as, I was going to say, as long as Drachma hits, but I didn't want to jinx myself, so... Yeah, he's guarding. You could tell because of the lowered sound effect that was that happened when we hit him, so... He might even be guarding now. No, I don't think so. Yeah, no. He wasn't guarding now, he just... Aka doesn't have a whole lot of power, that's all. Serves him right. It's why I'm thinking that Alpha Storm might be magic-based, honestly, which would mean that it would be better for her to rely on magic as her main attacking stat, because, well, then she'd do more damage, so... Alright, there we go. Weavely. No, probably Weavely, because the next one is Wevless. They all follow a similar pattern in terms of their naming. It always ends with an I for the first level, and then it's like ES, and then I believe UM, and then like ULEN, if I recall correctly. Oh, a crit. Great, thanks. Just would have needed little Krill Hounds. This is the buff, actually, that's in the blue line of spells, is Quicka. It increases your dodge rate, and it increases your, well, quick stats, so it'll make it easier to run and all of that stuff. So, there you go. The thing that you'll want to do when they use stuff like Quicka, I don't know why they can do that, they're considered green element, but what you'll want to do when they use Quicka is basically you want to spam magic or stuff like Alpha Storm, because it'll be easier to hit them that way. Me, I'm just going to use Alpha Storm and hope for the best, because, you know... That's probably okay. And then we'll just whack them upside the head if we can hit them. These guys are pretty quick, though, so it might be a bit of a problem to hit them because they're, well, they're quick and they're, you know, quicked from Quicka, so. Thankfully, it looks like we hit both of these guys. Yep, good. And that will put them into ground. Might need to use a few sacred crystals, actually. We'll see. Getting a decent chunk of money out of all this, though. And we got Weavely, Wevles, Wevlum, Wevulen. Yeah, I'll use a couple of sacred crystals because we have a whole bunch of them, and eventually they're not going to be worth anything. Well, they will, but not worth as much as the other ones, so let's just use them now. And how much money do we have now? 602. So probably if I beat Feed out of here now, and then we explore the rest of this later, we should get a little bit more money on our way out, and that should allow us to buy a few more things. I don't know if I'm going to get value in armor for Aika. I don't even know if she can wear it, honestly. It probably would have been better to get her the light robe, but hey, we might even get a light robe while we're in here. Sometimes you'll pick up, like, weapon and armor drops in the dungeon themselves, so along with the accessories you get rarely from enemies. So. The Krillhounds can drop some decent accessories as well, if I remember right. It's like a Krillhound's Claw, which is kind of similar to the Warrior's Rune, except I think it only does attack and hit percentage, so it's not bad. Alright, probably want to aim in the middle of these guys to try to get the line to hit everybody, so. I probably should have switched to green element, actually, because we're done with blue for now. Again, I don't really even care about Drachma learning spells outside of, like, Sacri, maybe. So, he'll probably learn a few, just because I'll want him to be on a certain element anyway, but, yeah. He's not really a priority to have learn magic. And, yeah, probably green element wouldn't be too bad either, because then we can... Did we get Noxie yet? I think we got Noxie already, so it would probably help to get that. And then red wouldn't be bad either, because we're pretty close there, too. Let me see. I could have sworn we got Noxie. Yeah, we got one for Aika, so getting her the next one will get her access to Sacres, which will be a little bit better. Sacrum is probably the one we want a gun for. That's, I think, the 4th level spell. Or maybe the 5th level spell. There's a total of 6 spells in each class, by the way, in each color of element. So eventually you might get them all, but not necessarily. Silver magic in particular is notoriously difficult to learn. It takes a ton of magic EXP to get it. So you might end up just using silver magic via the items like Curia, which is silver magic, or the Risan and Rizalum spells. Those are also silver magic, so yeah, you might end up just using them from that. But we'll do what we can. Okay, so let's switch to green. And probably try to take out the straggler Sirats that are, like, off on the side. See, aiming at the Drownog like this might not be a good idea because he's kind of, like, off to the side, so I'll try to, like, aim in a way that I'll, like, make it so I can still hit him despite that. Maybe. Alright, let's see how much these little bats do. Oh, it didn't hit Vice. Nice. Yeah, as you can see, the line is very small that Electree has. So, don't have to worry about it too much. Did you hit everything? You did hit everything. Nice, Aika. That'll work. That'll work, and that'll work well.
That was easy.
Yeah, you could say that again. Took a little damage, but that's okay. I got crystals. I got gold. I can afford to take a few hits. Drachma's almost got Sacri. If he gets it before we get out of here, that would be nice. As a matter of fact, I might even walk around a little bit to get it for him if we don't get into an encounter before we get there. So, we'll see. Alright, so... let's see. So hitting the Drownog, we'll want to hit that guy there. Probably take out the guys next to them, like this, and just aim specifically at the Drownog. It might hit the Sirat on the side there, and it might not. If it doesn't, that's fine. We'll just hit him later. At least one will be alive, unless they're all lined up neatly in a row for me here at this point. Probably the one near Drachma. But maybe not. Maybe we'll get them. Yeah, we hit 3. Okay, that's fine. So if Drachma had hit, we would have been done, but that's the usual story. If you have to do a battle for more than one turn for right now, it's either because Alpha Storm doesn't do enough damage, or it's because Drachma missed. So, I mean, it's fine, whatever. I don't care. We'll hit him. Especially if we do that. That works very well. Alright, so Sacri for Drachma. Get Aika closer to Sacris. And then we'll be good. Probably want to get her some red spells, because even though Alpha Storm is itself a red spell, sometimes you can't hit all the enemies in a line because they're kind of spread all over the battlefield, so you'll want to have like Pyre and all that stuff. And the buff that you get from the red spell line is probably the best buff in the game, so that also helps. Gives us a good reason to do that. Now, you can get an item that emulates that buff spell, so you don't have to use it in battle like that, but, well, sometimes I like to have it just for the hell of it, you know, so. Alright, so Alpha to Storm. Yeah, right in the middle, that should be fine. And then we'll hit these guys on the side. As I say, I don't know how much damage this will do to slimes, but well, we'll see. Looks like it does pretty good, especially when you get a crit. Excuse me. And I think they're all lined up, which is fantastic, because now this can kill them. Very good, very good. Yeah, I could swear that's based on her magic. I don't think that's based on her physical attack, because otherwise it wouldn't be doing that kind of damage. So, we'll want to give her magic-oriented stuff. And yeah, looks like we'll level up our red skills in a little bit. Now let's get to the ladder and get out here. Go save, and then we'll call it a day. I might buy my stuff later, just because I have to kind of traipse through the whole city to get there. But maybe I'll do it now, just for the hell of it. Like I said, I kind of got to add a little bit today, because I spent 20 minutes resolving my seasickness. I'm going to call it that, even though it, you know, definitely was just something I ate, but I'll call it seasickness just to be... just to make it seem like it makes sense with the game that I'm playing, I guess. Alright, so back up here. And there is, in fact, a save point in the inn, so we'll just keep that in mind. You looked it up, it's absolutely magic damage. Yeah, I kind of figured, because, like, her physical damage at the moment it leaves a little bit to be desired. She mostly will only kill, like, the lightest armored of enemies if she kills them with her boomerang and a regular physical. So, yeah, probably a good idea to give her magic boosts to make sure that she can make the most out of Alpha Storm and the rest of the magic. So, take it easy today if the body's not doing too well. No, to be honest, Sefiko, that doesn't usually happen. I think it was just the cocktail of things that I did, or ate in this case, because I had a strenuous workout, and I still feel good from the strenuous workout. I'm fine in that department. It's just the combination of that plus the protein shake plus the spicy food, and my body did not like that very much. So, probably should have eaten something more neutral for lunch, and usually I do. Today I decided, nah, I kind of feel like spicy food for lunch instead of for dinner. And that was a mistake. Yes, Steve, that is correct. It was a mistake. Alright, we got 1,000 gold, so let's see. We got the Lover's Ring, so we'll keep that for later. Hell, I might get one for Aka, honestly, because, I mean, the Slayer's Ring is nice, but it might be better to have her use it for magic damage. I'll get a Gem of Purity, because I think I can buy that and still be fine. Vice could probably use the value in armor, though. So, and then the value Orang Aka could use, so that's, what, 960? Yeah, we won't be able to get the Gem of Purity if we do that, but, well, I can get the other stuff, so that's good. And, I mean, we don't really need the Gem of Purity either, so it's fine if we don't use it. So, get some value in armor for Vice. Drachma's good. He's got good enough armor. He's got Drachma's Shirt, which gives 45-42 versus 51-44. Not that much of a difference. Vice, however, could use the help. As you can see, he needs a little bit extra of extra defense. So since that's probably based on... Oh, you know, I could sell my old armor, actually, since I just did that, you know. And my old weapon, because I won't need this. Or this. But since that's probably magic damage based, I might want to equip the Lover's Ring on Aka, actually, because that might get her in a little bit of a better situation in terms of her damage. I mean, we're already one-shotting everything, but... everything that needs to be one-shotted, but, I mean, you know, you never know. A little more damage, never hurt nobody. Let's see. We got the light robe. I mean, that's fine where it is. And then this. So the difference here is, let's see. So a lot of extra magic defense and then a little bit of extra will. So in exchange for less quick. What's Vice's quick at the moment? 57, 70, so she'd be at 62, and Drachma's at 61. I think we're okay, because, again, we're already one-shotting everything that needs to be killed at this point, so I think we're alright. And, maybe I'll pick up a couple of Sacred Crystals, since I've used a couple. That way I don't have to stop at the inn, because I don't need to heal MP at the moment. So... You might send wrong signals to Aka if you give the Lover's Ring to Drachma. Yeah, I don't know how she'd feel about that one. I'm definitely not planning on giving it to Drachma, though. I'm planning on giving it to a certain fourth party member that we might have by the time we're out of here. But I don't think Aka will like that either, so we'll see. Oh, we can buy Sacred Crystals now, so that's cool. I don't need them at the moment, but we can buy them anyway. We have 10, so let's buy... You know what? Nah, I actually don't think I need them, because by the time I burn through 10 Sacred Crystals, I probably won't need Sacred Crystals again, so it's fine. Eventually I'll want to switch to, like, Sacred Crystals, obviously, and then Sacrum Crystals when we can buy those, but that's a ways off yet. There's a reason why Sacrum is better than most of the other healing spells in the game, but we'll get into why that is when we actually get Sacrum. Until then... just take my word for it. It's better. Alright, so we've done a few things. We got almost eaten by a whale. Found a new ship and a new ship captain to help us get into Valua. We did get into Valua after a little bit of shenanigans with a black pirate, practically Blackbeard. And now I just need to find the inn with one hand, because I'm driving with one hand while I try to take a drink. But we made it into Valua. We're currently in the lower city, and we need to make it to the Colosseum before the execution happens. Will we make it in time to save all of our friends and Fina, who could become one of our friends eventually? Kind of already is, but kind of not. I don't know. Point is, we got to go rescue them, and we will do that on the next episode of Skies of Arcadia Legends, the stream edition, which will be happening tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. And I'll see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will be tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Until then, everybody, take care and have a good one. It was like I said, I haven't played this game in 15 years, but it's like riding a bike. You get it back after a while, it's just like, oh, okay, this equipment makes sense, this equipment doesn't. It'll be fine. I also like how this game was published by Sega, and so because of that, Vice taps his foot like Sonic does when he's waiting around. He's like, okay, anytime you're ready, better get going. We'll get to that, Vice. We'll get to that. Yes, have a good day, indeed.